Welcome to the first episode of Live from Spawn Island. Today we have no one other than the man himself, the Goon.
What's up, man? How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm glad you were able to make it in. I know you had a nice long journey ahead of you tonight.
Yeah, man.
I got a list of questions, but for everyone who's in the chat, what we're doing tonight is all donations made through PayPal tonight go to a charity of Goon's choice. There we go. He's going to go ahead and shoot me that information after the stream, and we will go ahead and make sure all those PayPal funds get sent over to them. And can you tell us a little bit about that charity, what they do?
All right, so you guys that have followed me a long time, some of you guys know I have a special needs daughter, and he does a lot of activities with accessible archery. I've seen that on social media. She does ball and things like that. It's a great program for actually athletic.
That's awesome. My oldest sister is actually special needs, highly functioning, developmentally delayed. So Special Olympics athlete for, I want to say, the last 20 years. So that's near and dear to my heart as well. And in a little bit of show prep, I went ahead and scoured your Twitter and Instagram and saw some awesome videos of your daughter doing archery. So that also warms my heart, being someone who loves archery, loves hunting, shooting, sports in general. Seeing that she doesn't let her disabilities keep her out of that is awesome.
Hey, he's an awesome beer. Do you have any echoes or anything like that? Devil's absent issue. Anything bad to kind of start the stream? Problems with the audio?
And my daughter says she does not hear any echoes. Thank you for the follow, Chris.
Kind of support Tim here, give him some love, show him some good love here, guys. And sorry if there's these guys, trying to do these kind of things. Technical difficulties. I'm no different. Hey, what's up, Mike? Chris, how are you, man? Oh, I know. I got you, bro. I know you.
All right. So I got a list of questions like we had talked about earlier. I didn't share them with you because I would kind of rather like to see you off the cuff. So
that's the way I did my Q&A videos with Kevin. It's the same way. I like to not really prepare for these things. I like to answer them just like you said off the cuff. Right, the first thing that comes to mind is your best answer, in my opinion. I mean, that's prepare for it's like we're in politics.
exactly. So actually, I guess right before I get into that, finding you is a little different than anyone else in the PUBG community. I've actually been following you. Yeah, finding you. I've actually been following you on YouTube for about 4 years.
Wow.
Found you on a no. I found you on a random shooting video. You and your buddies running drills.
Yeah. Oh man, that was a long time ago, dude. Okay. All right.
I was in the wormhole known as YouTube, and found you in your plate carrier. I believe it was a kitted SKS, maybe.
I got one of those. I got two of them.
And sub that day. Didn't see a whole lot from you, and it wasn't until about a month ago when because I always just followed the links on your videos from Twitter and watched the links that way. So about a month or so ago, I was like, oh, I don't know that I've ever subscribed to Goon. So I hop on YouTube. I'm like, I click the button, and all of a sudden I'm like, unsubscribed. I just unsubscribed. What the hell? Sure as shit, I go through your videos and shooting videos. I'm like, I remember this guy. I remember this guy. I remember this video. So it was kind of fun to actually see. I remember back then, I was like, this guy's doing videos of him playing video games. This is never going anywhere. No one's ever going to watch videos of people playing video games. And now it's actually a passion and of thousands of people. So that's a little background as to how I found you. And I too am a gun enthusiast.
Honestly, I still learn every day. So that's kind of crazy that you found me.
Yeah. It's amazing what the wormhole of YouTube will lead you to. So, the questions that most people are interested in, things they want to hear, probably aren't that. So, but I found that to be pretty cool that I unintentionally have been following you for years. So, the unknowing Goonie as well. I mean, yeah. Okay.
And one week I invited a bunch of my gaming buddies. I was like, hey, you guys come down here. I got lots of guns. You guys bring guns. We'll do some shooting. That's what we did.
Yeah. You brought up other video games that you've played. I know we talked a little bit about this, and I start off in PC as well. Gorilla, thank you for the follow. Like I said, I was a PC guy as well. I started off doing Duke Nukem, Doom, as well as real-time strategy games. What any other PC games that you did, or strictly mobile and console, or?
I hadn't done PC gaming in probably like DOS days. I've been a console gamer for a long time. Got into mobile gaming with Clash of Clans. Clash of Clans, was kind of my first introduction to what I call a real game for mobile. And I fell in love with it right away. So what happened was, what really made me want to get into content was, I was like, I was attacking this stuff, but I needed to, he's saying my audio is low.
Oh.
Does that. But while I'm talking to you, I'll keep talking. But the thing is that I wanted to show my teammates how to attack, at my town hall level.
Mm-hmm.
At that time, it was town hall 9 or so, or 8.
That's where I'm at currently.
Yeah, so like, anyway, I started making videos. And the first video I made literally was a camera, filming, an iPad. And it was terrible. It's absolutely terrible. But, as I got better and better, I started doing different things. And still, a lot of those early videos were absolutely terrible. But they were giving my clan what they needed. My clan needed information to understand the attacks. I couldn't really explain to them because you couldn't talk to people necessarily on the game. You could only type and do explain an attack sometimes. It's a lot of typing. So it was a lot easier to make videos. So that's what got me into it. Seriously, like making videos, seriously, like actually, thinking about production.
That's really cool. It seems to be a pretty similar way for a lot of guys. PB as well. You obviously know him, having been an Omen with him.
Well, I
And
know PB since Clash of Clans.
yeah,
Me and him go way back. Absolutely.
but so you made the transition like a handful of guys from COC to PUBG Mobile. You were pretty close to a day one guy, weren't you?
Yes, it was.
I thought so.
Yes, it was. The thing was, Clash of Clans, kind of like when I got on Clash of Clans, I quit playing my console games almost, not instantaneously, but pretty close. Like, I started making content for Clash of Clans. I really didn't have time to play console anymore. So I started really focusing on YouTube and my clan family at that time. And when I made the change to PUBG Mobile, I started it as just trying to play another game and introduce it to my subscribers. But in the end, I ended up like literally falling in love with PUBG Mobile. And it made me stop doing Clash of Clans content. Except my subscriber base, my views plummeted terribly. And my channel was actually growing really well in Clash of Clans, but man, the switch to PUBG Mobile, it really up on the channel. However, I actually talked to Power Big about it at the time, and he told me to follow my passion, so I did.
Almost definitely. I'm glad you did.
Right.
Now, a lot's changed in the last almost 2 years. What was it? In 21 days, I believe it is the 2 year anniversary of PUBG Mobile. Um,
Right.
a lot of things have changed from comp meta to just the scene in general. I mean, back when you were Star Challenge in 18, you know,
Right.
guys spraying past 200 meters with a 4X was unheard of. Whereas now you got a guy who saw a YouTube video on how to turn down his 6X and now he can spray out 300 meters like it's nothing. Other than that, what other changes do you see, either pro scene from the guys you know, or just your typical classic guy match guys?
2018, probably more of the pro scene had converted to claw. We still had players at that point, and I mean, it wasn't really a pro scene at that time. I mean, during the our challenge, all that stuff hadn't really come to fruition yet. But during that time, you see distinctions of much of these guys that are now Rolex and a lot of these guys, they were shining during that Star Challenge. And it was due to the fact that they were well, Rolex was still comps, but a lot of those guys that shined right away were claw players from the start. I was a thumb player, and I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. Like that taught me a lot. The Star Challenge after I came home taught me a lot. I thought I was solid on set at that time, and honestly, once I came home, man, I really started how I played the game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, really just taught me that not necessarily time I need. Now, I did have to like don't play.
Mm-hmm.
It me. Never was. Guys, basically, matter of fact, it's Free Plug Buddy. He's still a player out there.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, Rolex is the perfect example. He was about 6 months ago, made the full switch over to four finger. Being five finger answers my next question. I assume, based off of the smoothness of your gameplay that you're not a full gyro player. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Understandable. Yeah. Next question. Favorite map? I'm guessing it's Miramar. Um, mhm. And what is your favorite drop spot there in Miramar?
the stadium in Picado or the boxing arena, whatever you want to call it. But now it seems to me that San Martin is really hot. San Martin always is hot, bro. Um, but I mean, San Martin, Picado, and El Pozo are the three places that I want to go most of the time. And every now and then, Hacienda de Patron. If you see me in the plane, Goonies, if you see me in the plane, trust me, I'm going to those four spots. So if you have a 1 in 4 chance to find me on the plane, if you go to one of those spots, you got a 1 in 4 chance because I ain't going nowhere else. And if Los Leones is on the plane path, I'm not going there. Trust me, I'm not going.
What would your least favorite map be?
Least favorite. I don't have a least favorite. I actually like them all, but I would have to say in the four lineup, I would say Sandhawk. And I used to play Sandhawk all the time. But man, the snaking in Final Circle is so annoying in Sandhawk. The beginning of it's so awesome, like dropping boot camp or dropping paradise. The action is intense, and then all of a sudden, once you get out of those places where you get into the grassy areas where people can hide, and they start snaking, it just makes the game less fun to me. In the final circle or the last few circles, people tend to hide. They tend to lay down, and
Oh, they
I
love
just
Snake
I
in
just
there,
don't
don't
like
they?
that, man. I don't think that's very skilled. I don't get me wrong, it's a strategy and it has to be employed all the time in competitions and scrims and all that stuff. But there's nothing good about shooting a guy laying prone in the grass. I don't know, man. I just think that places like Miramar where you can't necessarily do that, uh, where you got to go toe to toe. That's what I respect and like about the game. I like those kind of fights.
Yeah, unfortunately, that meta from the pro scene has came to classics of Snake in that final circle.
Right, right, right. And I mean, look, it's a legit strategy, and I've used it myself. I've used it myself. If you've heard the saying, "When in Rome," you know, do what the Romans do. And there's times, man, that you have to use that strategy. I don't care for it. I like to fight, man. I like to fight, man. Let's go in a building or let's get out there on some berms or something and let's get it, man. You know?
Sorry, my
let
daughter
the
sees you.
skill
She likes you.
let the skill actually come out. Then you're going to see the skill. Depending on if everybody's ping's the same and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, there's factors to the game that you can't control. But I'm just saying, I'd rather have a fight like that toe to toe instead of being killed by some guy snaking.
Yeah, most definitely. I know. Seems like everyone's seen Sixus doing it, so now they feel like they have to, which
Well,
I
listen,
get.
it's you were talking about the metas earlier about AR metas and stuff, spray metas. Right now, man, it's a sweaty meta for me, dude. I mean, when I play and I play a lot, everybody's sweaty now, bro. It doesn't even matter if you play in payload is sweaty. It's crazy, bro. I mean, I don't know if content is doing that or what, but people are smart on this game. It's almost 2 years, or it is 2 years, and people are smart. The player base is wised up, and the ducks are getting harder and fewer between. You got a smart player base right now.
Most definitely. Now, we talked a little bit about meta as far as loadout goes.
Right.
Me personally, I'm a Scar M4 Uzi MPK5 kind of guy.
Right.
I'm not a sniper. I have nerve damage in my hands. I can't. I'm not steady enough.
Oh man, I feel bad for you, amigo.
Oh, it happens. It's
Yeah.
Check out my Twitter profile picture. You'll understand.
I seen it, man.
So I always run submachine gun and 5.5 AR. Everybody knows you love bolt action guns.
Oh yeah.
So, what's your ideal loadout? Obviously,
my ideal loadout,
but you can be blessed by RNGesus, and you can go ahead and get anything you want. First building, what are you getting?
Now look, are we talking about crate weapons, or are we talking about just spawn weapons?
Let's go with spawn weapons first.
Okay, so the ideal loadout for me on spawn weapons would probably be, and it depends. Like I said, map wise, if it's a Wrangel, Miramar, and Vikendi, I want a bolt action, preferably. Well, it used to be preferably M24, but honestly, man, the car buff, I don't really care. So it could be the car or the M24. I just want a bolt, and usually I want a 5.56 weapon. I don't care if it is the Scar or the M4. But I will tell you, early game, if I don't have all the loadout for the M4 and I just got a perfectly naked weapon, a Scar or a M4, I'm going to take the Scar. If I've got the stock and the grip that I want for my M4, I'll take the M4. Both of them spray well if you can handle the recoil, and usually I want that 5.56 weapon for long range spray or medium range. If I use the AK a lot, I use the 7.62 weapons a lot, but you said ideal loadout, so that would be my ideal loadout: a bolt action car or M24, and either a Scar, M4 or Scar. If I had a M416 completely loaded out, hands down, M416 and a bolt action. Now, ideal loadout, a AWM bolt action, and a Grossa suppressed. That would be me.
Can't argue with that at all. I love the Grossa.
I mean, that's if and look, I crate crate chase. The guys that play with me know I'm gonna get an AWM probably. I don't know, man. Almost a lot of times, almost every game. It's because I'm gonna push that action. I'm gonna push those crates, those drops. If people are there, great. That's great for content. And if they're not there, I'm gonna get that for free or whatever it is. So I'm always chasing crates. So and that's just lends to content. So and also gives me, better weapons.
Definitely. Along with weapons in the loadout. I know me personally, as well as Derpy has said it in the past, and Jukes has said it a time or two. his ideal loadout changes with the map. Like Derpy said, back when he was still actively a pro player, that he loved Vector on Sandhawk, but he wouldn't touch it on Miramar. And I believe he also said the same thing about the ump. Now, are there any guns that are map specific for you, or
the only gun that I can think of that's map specific is and this is because of Bushka, and we all, I mean, as the community of influencers, we all know each other and watch each other's content. That newest gun, what is it, the MP5K or something like that?
Yes.
I literally just tried that weapon out in Bikini. I had tried it out when it first came out, and I was like, this is another submachine gun. I'll grab it on the drop, but other than that, I'm getting an AR. But honestly, like, I watched one of Bushka's videos, and I was like, all right, Bushka, all right, I'm gonna play with this gun. I like the gun. It's a good gun.
Oh, yeah.
Would I take it over a Groza? No. Groza shreds, bro. Oh, by the way, I see you Remix. Remix asks a question, says, has it helped playing with Remix in high pressure to stay calm in any situation? Remix, I mentioned him earlier, and me and him play a lot. And this guy, that's exactly, he's like my Zen, bro. He's definitely keeps me calm sometimes in some situations that we shouldn't have got out of, and we got out of. So somebody asked me that on one of the social medias about, oh no, it was on my Q&A video. I don't remember which one, part 1 or 2. But they asked me what advice I'd give them. And that's to stay calm. And that's Remix there. He's in the chat right now breaking out that question.
All right. We did have another question in the chat. Big Red was actually supposed to co-host tonight, but had some other issues pop up. Wasn't able to make it. But he did go ahead and hit us with 100 bits on the stream. And
nice.
He wants to know what your favorite grip is and why.
This was tricky, man. This was really tricky. It used to be at the very beginning of things. It used to be the thumb grip, right? And I'm only saying that for 5.5 weapons, obviously. But I actually when I did season 8, I pushed Conquer in season 8 in FPP, and I played with a streamer by the name of Tattooed Cat. Okay. And Tattooed Cat told me that the light grip was the best grip for the M416. So I was like, really? Because I went on the range and kind of tested the grips personally. I didn't watch any video. I just tested them, and I found the thumb grip. Actually, I held the recoil better and everything, but she was telling me that light grip was the best grip for the M416, and I tried it out, and honestly, dude, I like it. I like it a lot. But with that being said, I still use a thumb grip. If I don't find a light grip, I use a thumb grip, and that's for the SCAR and for the M416 specifically. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, the AK, you got a grip, so.
Jeff, thoughts on the angle grip? I know a lot of guys love that one as well. That's my go-to.
I stick. And don't get me wrong, I'll use those grips if I don't have anything else. But you said favorite, so I mean, I'm not opposed to using anything. Anything's better than nothing in the game, when you first drop. But that's just how it is. I mean, and a lot of times, man, I love the AK on the drops, and kind of drops to mid game. I love an AK because an AK is so damaging, man, up close. It just wrecks people, man. And think about that, in the Groza, you got that 7.62 power up close, but it's so much faster on the fire rate. And that's why I like it. It shreds, bro.
Oh, most definitely.
Get those Grozas, guys. Get those Grozas. Let's go.
That's the most left behind weapon I've run across over crates.
Hey, man, I am sick. I am sick whenever I come across a Groza and I don't have 7.62 ammo to run it, and I have to leave it. It makes me sick, bro.
The other gun that I just blows my mind every time I see it in a crate is the Mark 14. I love the Mark 14.
I'm guilty of leaving that gun behind. If I have a
iPad, and
if
I
I
don't know if I'm lucky, and for the Gen 7, it's just broken with a 2X or what, but I can spray with that thing almost as good as I can an M4. And
Right.
it blows my mind. Now, you put any other scope, even a red dot on it, I can't spray with it as good as I can a 2X. And everyone says the 2X is junk. So
a lot of people hate on the 2X, but with my AK, that's what I use. I don't use anything bigger than a 2X with the AK. Either a red dot or a 2X, holographic, I don't care. But nothing bigger than that on the AK. I prefer that. I spray more accurately with that. Any kind of 7.62 weapon, honestly, even with the Groza, I prefer a 2X as well.
Okay.
And that's preference, man. I mean, that's preference. But the Mark 14, I will leave it. Like, let's say I come to that crate and I've got an AWM or a bolt action, any bolt action, M4, Car9, and I've got an M416 decked out. I'm leaving that Mark 14, bro. I'm just going to pass right on by. Say, see you, amigo.
It comes back to my lack of stability and steady hands. So DMR for me is always a go-to over a bolt
Freaking
action.
kidding me right now?
Right.
So,
Right.
Go somewhere else. Go sit down. Go.
I see you guys in the chat. I see you guys. MK14, Red Dot, best for. Well, you know what? Big Red, I'm not going to say you're wrong, man. I've actually been playing with that weapon. Like if I've got an AKM and a M416, I haven't got a bolt action yet. I come up on a crate. It's a Mark 14. I might pick it up if I got extended mag, and I have used it in auto and up close, and it works really good. But the minute I get an A-dub, that thing is gone, bro. I'm keeping the M416 and A-dub.
now, in a couple different of the Discord servers I'm on,
Get in there and watch
multiple
the show.
people had asked me one specific question, which was if you would be able to give me any bit of advice for people who are playing the classic, just the classic crowd.
Right.
What would it be?
Advice for classic players?
Yeah, just for being a better player.
Well, I mean, honestly, right off the bat, and this is you're talking. I'm assuming you're talking about new players for the most point, but work out on the range. As far as spraying with any optic that you're comfortable with, work it out to where you can hold that spray in auto. Because right now the game is in a spray meta. Honestly, dude, sometimes like when I'm playing with pro players and comp players, I'm out there using that bolt action. Those guys are using the M416 at the same range with a freaking red dot half the time or a 3X, and they can spray them down about as quick as I can pop them with the AUM. And so, like, if you can work down your spray with on the range, adjust the settings, whether it don't worry about having to be super fast. I mean, I've always said accuracy is the best, whether you're slow or fast, as long as you're accurate. You might not always win the day, but accuracy is definitely going to get you a kill if you put the heat on somebody. So work out on the range, get those settings right for you, and then at that point you'll be ready to play some games. I would spend a lot of time in the range though at the beginning. We didn't have that when this game came out. We had to just figure it out in games. And Tim, I can't hear you right now. I think you're muted. So there you go. There you go. Hey, you muted again. But yeah, work yourself out in the range. Get those kinks out before you go in the game. Also, one of the most important things I think too, and people that play with me know this, is communication. So you got to have a team that's willing to talk it out and communicate. I know they got the in-game voice stuff, whatever, enemies ahead, this, that, and the other, but it's not the same, man. It's not the same. A team versus, like, you do a team with equal skill, but you got one just using the in-game comm stuff, the enemies ahead, this, all that, and you got a team that's actually communicating. I feel like the team that's communicating is going to win the day every time. So communication is super important.
most definitely. That's about 90% of the games I play have been with randos. And
I hate that, dude. Honestly, and I'm sorry, guys, but I've played some games with randos and won. But man, 99.9% of the time when I play with randos, nobody has a mic on. And then all they do is you go to a crate drop, some guy grabs the and some guy grabs the ammo, some guy grabs the 8 times, and nobody wants to share nothing. And it's just like, this is a joke, bro. What is this? Like, I don't know, man. I like playing with a team that all are like-minded, and we all share. Like when I play with the guys that I play with, you guys know this. I mean, if I've got 2 assault rifles, you got a bolty, and I got 8 times, I'm going to give you the 8 times. Or so like it's because we're trying to win. We're trying to get the win. So and that 8 times could give that guy with the bolty that one headshot that he needs for us to go do a push. So I mean, it's I don't know, dude. I don't like randos. I don't like playing with randos for that reason, typically. And no communication. I think you're muted again, amigo.
Yeah, my daughter was talking, so I turned it off so you didn't have to hear.
Man, look, we all got kids, we all got fams, bro. I mean, let it go, man. It's all good.
Next question: red dot or hollow? This seems to be a big argument with a lot of the guys I play with. Which one's crap? Which one's great? So, do you have a preference?
Look, I prefer the red dot over the hollow, but the thing is, I mean, it's basically the same. I mean, if I don't have a red dot, I'm not a prima donna. I'll use the hollow. Some people won't. They'll just use irons, but I use the red dot until I could get something better.
Yeah, I have a tendency to go with hollow over red dot just because I've had real world actual firefights with that. Whereas red dot sight, the only thing I've ever shot with that in real life are pistols where I've added that on. So it's more of a real world comfort feel. So number of smokes in your bag. I always try to go 6. I've been told 10. Juke told me I should never have less than 10. And then don't stop picking them up until there's less than 20 people in the final circle.
I typically, my setting is 7. But sometimes I get less, sometimes I get more. It just depends on how things go, and how I feel like my ammo is and the other stuff that I decide to pick up during that time. But yeah, typically 7. I don't know. It just seems to be right for me. And I change my loadouts all the time. Now I see Spooby, and I don't know if you're watching the chat, but like he asked me, he's got a question. He says, I feel like everyone is involved in some sort of controversy except yourself. How do you do it? Well, honestly, man, I try to stay out of drama, man. Even if I've got some kind of beef with somebody, I just keep it to myself, man. I'm not trying to give anybody a popcorn day on the socials. So, I try to stay out of drama, man. Honestly, dude, that's not my bag. It's way better to stay positive than negative, energy wise, vibe wise, everything.
I think that's one of the reasons why so many people are drawn to you as a personality in the community. I think the closest thing to anything toxic I've ever seen would be maybe one of those Michael Jackson's eating popcorn type memes from you. So,
yeah, well, hey, look, it's there. It's there on the socials.
Entertainment is entertainment. I mean, if people are acting like a fool.
Look, I'm no different than anybody else. I get on and I see that crap on Twitter. I'm going to read it, and I'm going to put the meme up. But, you hardly are going to see me, getting into it with the socials. I mean, what is the point? There's no winner there. There's no winner. And I think we got better things to do with our time than argue and be keyboard warriors. I think it's silly. If you want to talk to somebody in DMs and just actually talk with them, I mean, let's, argue with a purpose, but don't, if you're constructive with your argument, and if you both end the argument with agreeing to disagree, then okay, fine. You don't have to agree with everybody. I don't agree with everybody, and everybody don't agree with me. But at the end of the day, we can agree to disagree, and we can be fine.
That's a very important thing, not just in the community, but in life, that a lot of people just ignore. That's something I learned like day one of basic training. You may think I'm a fucking idiot, but as long as you don't say it, we can get along for the next 20 years. So,
Right.
uh,
Even if he says it, it's like,
yeah.
whatever, bro.
Now,
This guy brung up spicy rice. Come on, goat. That guy is so dead, bro. Come on. I blocked him and got him out of my timeline, bro. Let's go. Move on.
now, did he ever try and start stuff with you? I'd never.
Yes,
Okay,
yes, he did.
I must have
He
missed
did.
that.
What ended up happening with Spicy Rice is, this guy came on the scene. He wanted to kind of build himself off other people through arguing.
Mhm.
And so he tried to start with me, like he was tagging me in some stuff, and I DM'd him and I said, listen, man, I don't care about that, dude. I'm not about that. I was like, don't try to build yourself off of me, dude. I'm not here to argue with you, man. So I'm not interested. Don't tag me. And that was it. So I tried to be cool about it. Well, the next thing you know, he's in my mentions, when people are tagging me and I'm answering them, this guy's coming in being a smartass. And so I was like, oh, you want to get blocked? Okay, let's take care of that. And so I blocked him, and that was it. I didn't see Mr. Rice anymore. And that's the way I handle it, man. Look, I'm too old for that shit, dude. I don't need any drama. And if you want to start it, bro, they make a block button. I take care of it really quick.
I was gonna say I did thoroughly enjoy the way that both Jukes and
Oh yeah, I watched
my
it.
boy Grimes handled it. I mean, Grimes got a little more aggressive than Jukes did, but
Yeah, but look what happened. They built that guy. They built that guy because they gave him a platform to argue with. And so that argument, yes, they won the arguments per se, but that guy ended up getting a following from it. So I just to me that was it should have never happened.
have you seen what he's doing recently?
No, I've heard some things, but I don't even.
I'll hit you the DM. It's kind of funny.
Yeah. No, just moving on.
All right. Just a few more PUBG questions, and then we'll move on.
Right.
Now, I know up until probably this season, I usually wouldn't get more than like 8 kills on a great game.
Right.
Just hard time running into people. When I did, I get 8 kills in a game, which is respectable.
Yeah, not bad.
But how do you go about finding people? It seems like platinum, I'll run into people. Diamond slows down when I start playing with my friends who are much better than me. I barely ever run into people. And if I do, AJ, she's killing everybody, or Big Red is hogging all the kills. Nikos, he likes to kill everybody. They just
I played with those guys.
So,
I play with those guys. You just when you playing, that's what. All right, so let me just tell you this: the recipe for a content creator, and this is when you're squadding out, right? You either got to have one guy that's equal to you as far as killing prowess, so you do duo squad, or you got to stack a squad out, and if you stack it with full of killers, man, you just got to be on top of your game at that point, man, because when you stack a squad full of comp players, it gets tough. I got a video coming out pretty soon, guys, and a shameful plug, but I got a video coming out. It's got me, After Dark, Roids, and a guy named Ignix.
good old Ignix.
And I took first place in kills. I got second place as far as points. I think Roids took first place. I think Roids was with Tribe Gaming, right?
Yeah.
But in that game I got 13 kills. It's probably gonna be about a week though once I get the edit and upload and all that stuff done. But it was really difficult to get more kills than those guys, man, because not necessarily Dark. He's a manager for SSG, not necessarily a comp player, but he's not a bad player.
No.
And Ignix was a comp player. I'm not sure if he's still comp playing or not. And of course, Roids is an absolute beast.
Yeah.
So, and when you take a squad out like that, bro, you got to be on it. You got to be on it. You got that head's got to be on a swivel. But I prefer when I've got a player that's equal to me in talent. I prefer not to get another or to any more in the squad. Me and that guy can be a 4-man squad, and then that way I'm gonna try to drop a 10 piece. That's kind of what I do, man. I want to have double digits for a video, because the thing is, like a video, mainly people want to see the action, right? So like if I've got 10 kills in a video or more, I'm gonna have enough action to cut up within a 15 to 10 minute period to give the Goonies to watch. So I want to have at least 10 kills. Now I've had so many games of 8 and 9 kill chickens that never seen the light of day. I take those typically and cut them up for clips. Some of you guys see that I don't always post a clip that goes with the link. Well, that's because I'm using some of those games that I'm going to trash. I just cut the clip out of it and stick the link in.
Yeah. Well, you've been to my YouTube. You actually talked about it a little bit the other day.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to say the video that you and me had talked about was my hot drops with shotties. You know.
Yeah, hot drops with shotties.
That's right. It was hot drop with my shotty. You know, I'm a close quarter combat guy. Anything past 100 meters, I can hit my shots, but I'd much rather go toe to toe, Uzis and shotguns. Let's get dirty and see who's the better man. So,
right. I like CQB myself.
So
yeah, I like that too, man. I like that too. It gets real then.
Oh, most definitely. And that's the only reason I like Pochinki. I hate the loot's crap, but I can walk out of there with 6 shotgun kills in 5 minutes and try and scrape together another 4 bot kills for a video.
drop Millie base instead of Pochinki. If it's on the playing path, you'll get a lot more kills at the beginning of the game. You'll get a lot better loot, and when you leave Millie base, you'll be set for the end game. Yep. That's the difference. Pochinki sucks with loot. Good action at the beginning. Really, really nice CQB stuff. But you got the same thing with Millie base, but you get better stuff.
Most definitely. That's typically where I go if I get a playing path down there. But it seems like here recently I'm getting a lot of northeast or right down the middle, right over Razak, Pochinki paths. Right. Just bad luck, I guess. So, graphic options. I'm assuming you're going smooth extreme, or are you pumping it up?
Yes, I was doing I think it's like, was it high definition or something? I was doing like shadows and the whole 9. Mm-hmm. But like one of the guys was telling me, look, the game will run so much smoother if you do smooth extreme. I tried it. I liked it. I was like, what the heck? I didn't really see a whole lot of difference in the video quality as far as what I was putting out. So I was like, oh, okay, great. And I mean, if you do away with the shadows, obviously you're going to be able to see people sometimes, at the base of a tree and things like that, when normally with shadows, you might not see them. So.
It makes a huge difference on Sandcock.
Yeah. It makes it, see, bless us with action shot, headshot montage. I could tell, dude. Let me tell you, if it wasn't such of a hard work to do, Chris, I could definitely give you a montage of sniper videos. I would have to go through. I don't know if you guys see it, but back here, these are thumb drives, and there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 right here, and I got 2 more over here. Dude, I got tons and tons and tons of PUBG content. So like I could literally build a montage. It's just, it would take a lot of time to go through and grab those clips. That's the only part. I hate montages for that simple reason. I like one game videos. Like I like to put it all together in one game. I feel like that's a showcase of skill. When I see videos that are cut up from different parts of a game and they're all put in one, that's cool to watch that. It's entertaining. But at the same time, I like to see a one game video where you put it all together in that game and you make that video. And that's just me. That's, each creator's different how they do things. And that's just the way I do things.
Yeah, you have I love your transitions, and I love your I don't want to call them memes, but
That's what they are.
I love watching JJ laughing as soon as you get a nasty headshot, or people will see as we play out at the end of the stream. I got about a 10-minute montage of your clips to just play
right on.
But that is really it for our PUBG questions.
All right, you guys in the chat, man. If y'all got anything, man, if we missed them, I'm sorry. Let's get them back out there, and I'll try to answer them as we go. This is it, Goonies. Let's get them in. So, you guys got any questions?
While we're waiting on that, I do have some just random goofy questions, just kind of lighten the mood a little. It's just let people get to know the Goon a little bit better.
Right.
So, outside of console gaming, PUBG, what do you enjoy doing?
Outside of gaming,
any other hobbies?
I do. I got a couple of hobbies. Obviously, I like recreational shooting. You guys know that from the videos. I don't do it all the time. So when I'm not doing that, I bought a boat last year, and I've been taking that out, trying to be a captain. Trying to learn the seas, man. I'm digging that, and so I'm looking forward to this summer. Hopefully, I'll have you guys some content, maybe some posts of me out in the water here off the coast of North Carolina.
And that was the next question. Where are you from? Obviously, we don't necessarily need city, but
close. I'm in North Carolina. Obviously, I'm really close to Wilmington. Not necessarily in Wilmington, but that's really close to the coast. So I'm really close to several oceans.
I spent a decent amount of time over there doing some hurricane work work.
Yeah, we have those from time to time.
Yeah, I was over Emerald Island doing I had crews doing a lot of roof replacement. So I do commercial construction. So had a bunch of condo complexes that got destroyed. I guess that was last year.
Right. So. Karin, answer your question, boxers. And can I smell the salt? No, not quite that close, bro. And Chris, you're right. I stay strapped most of the time. I have my carry and conceal license. So when Goon is out, Goon is packing. That's facts.
I was going to my answer to that is usually if you need to know, you already do. So
there you go. What is this? Goofy question.
With pants on, do you go freestyle when playing?
Oh, he's kind of asking if I'm wearing pants. Well, look, I'm wearing pants. Wearing pants, bro.
I appreciate it. You dress up for the occasion.
Well, I mean, look, bro, you caught me. It's like coming here tonight, man. I was moving, bro. Like, I just got out of the car, basically, got set up and was ready for the stream. It was pretty insane today. I had a busy day today.
Now back to the being strapped question. Now I'm curious. What's your EDC?
My EDC?
Everyday carry.
I'm trying to think of it. It's the 9mm. I think it's called the not the Bodyguard, but it's the Smith & Wesson 9mm. The Shield, yeah, okay. The Shield, yeah.
Wasn't sure.
And I got an Alien holster, the little sideways thing. I'm not in love with it, man. I'll be honest with you. But it feels good, but it's bulky.
Little known fact. You know Nikki Dex?
Yeah.
Not actually Nikki Dex. It's Nick Kydex. He makes custom holsters.
Really? Interesting.
Kydex holsters. That's actually
no. All right, so Remix wants he's asking me about driving. Remix knows, and most of the people that play with me know I despise driving. I despise driving in the game. And it's because I'll get us killed sometimes, man. I'll like crash a house in the wrong place and all that stuff. And I don't play comp. You know, you guys know that I don't play comp. It's not that I can't play comp, but I just don't. You know, I don't have the time for that. So like Remix, a lot of times he's a comp player. This guy's an excellent driver. I always make him drive. But when he's not there, man, I had to drive half the time, and I despise it. I despise driving.
I actually realized I missed one PUBG question.
What's that?
Favorite player NA. If you
Favorite
could choose
player?
one guy to play with anytime you want, who's it going to be?
What honestly, dude, that's kind of difficult. But I will say, I mean, you know, it's like I mean, because when you're asking this, I could tell you who I would like to play with, you know, that I could play with as far as like, you know, people that I associate with on every day. But like, man, are you know, you like talking about dream stuff here? What do you want me? You know, come on. That's
Favorite?
a hard question.
I know mine. Mine's easy.
Are you talking about people that I already play with currently?
We'll go with people you play with. Who's your favorite, best synergy? I guess.
God, dude, that's really hard, man. Because I'm gonna tell you what, there's a bunch of guys here that play with me on a regular, and it's still hard because like it's you know these guys. I play with a lot of comp players. I really do, man. These guys, and I do duo squads typically, and I could do solo squads. But the thing is that I like to talk to people, man. I'm a social animal, so I hate playing by myself. I'd much rather play with somebody, and I'll tell you what, it's really hard. It's really hard to choose just one. Because they're all skilled players. But I will say this, man. I'll give Remix the nod because he likes to drive. He likes to drive. He drives me, bro. Remix is my man, dude. I mean, when it comes to this, man, I never have to drive with Remix. When I play with some other guys, I have to drive. But Remix, he's always my driver, man. I can count on him.
Gotcha. My go-to is actually not even NA. I got two. Irwin, which I'm sure. Actually, you may not know Irwin.
I don't know him.
Big and Salty Bay and Night Owl. You remember Night Owl?
I know Night Owl. Yeah, and Salty Bay. Yeah.
Real big on their streams. He's been a mod for them since she first started streaming. He attempted the comp scene, but he's from India, so you know how flooded that market is. It makes NA look like a freaking cakewalk to get into.
Right. Well, if he's playing in NA from India, he's already at a deficit with ping. MS. His MS has got to be terrible.
Best he's ever heard, or I remember him saying he's had was 250.
Dude, I got a video. I got a video coming out as well too. It's going to be at least a week away, but dude, I had 968 ping, and it lasted for a while. And I've actually talked with some of the guys with Tencent and told them about the swings after this last update. And so they're looking into it. They're trying to, you know, kind of get control of that. They're aware of it, and they're going to hopefully get everything leveled out. But man, I've had right here, like before that, dude, before that update, everything was smooth, bro. I'd had swings in the past, but like finally everything had like leveled out as far as I was concerned. But then, yeah, I've been struggling right here lately with just out of the blue, man. Everything's good, and then boom, done.
Yeah, I know PB's been getting slammed last week and the week before. I mod on his Twitch,
right?
And I know he's been all over from 30 to 600, back to 30 to 9, all in one game.
Right, so. Right, and that's what's happening to me. Like, and I can see it like right away as soon as my guy starts getting sluggish, and like you could even like I put a clip out. Matter of fact, and I've done that clip to kind of like show people, but also to kind of say, hey, PUBG, you guys might need to work on this. This is costing me content. And I mean, you guys that know me, that play with me, you know, when I play, I'm trying to produce content, right? So when I get killed because my MS swung from 60 to 968, I mean, it's hard to make content like that.
Oh, most definitely.
And especially when you hot drop, you got like 9 kills, you're looking good, and then all of a sudden you're pushed by a squad, your ping goes to 968, you can't kill anybody, you're done. You're done. It's the
Yeah, that
video's done.
was a video you just
So
did with Black Goddess, wasn't it?
yes, yes. And it really upset me, man. And that was just the name of the game for a few days in a row. And I got really upset, man. I lost so many videos that way because, like I said, dude, if I don't get a certain amount of kills in a game, I don't care if I win. That's not my object. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I want to win, but the object to me is entertainment. And so if I've got a certain amount of kills in a game, I feel like it's entertaining enough to be a video. And if it's 5th place, if it's 3rd or whatever, it doesn't matter. It's fine. 10th place, you know, dude, if I dropped a 15 bomb and I got 10th place and I felt like there was some really good fights in there, let's put it up, you know. Obviously, though, I'm going to try to win for you guys 90% of the time, but that don't always happen.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if you knew this or not. I knew here recently you played with Merms.
Right?
And I don't know if you've played with Big Red yet or not lately.
I have. Yeah.
I knew he was fanboying out when you went ahead and tweeted him out. And
Right.
Black Goddess as well. I don't know if you know this or not, but we're all part of the same org. We're all Levitate Esports, Salty Bay as well, and Nikos. So new org, Kickstarter type thing. So anytime you ever need any support, Levitate's always here. Obviously, Omen, you have a much larger reach than we do, but you know, you should see our Discord with how excited they were when I mentioned who number one, the episode was going to host. So you are
much love, guys.
Very much so loved at the Levitate Ground Center. So
I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate it. What's the rip, Goat? What are you talking about, amigo?
So I'm not seeing much other questions. I did see that 10 Cent Ocho is here. So if you have any
Ocho's here? Where's he at? I don't see him.
It's his
Where's Ocho?
Account.
Ah.
Not
I see it. It's Ocho.
Yes.
Ocho's the man, dude. That is, guys, if you don't know Ocho, Ocho is the community manager for PUBG Mobile. And I've met this man. I've spoke with this man at great length, and he is a wonderful human being. So when you guys tag PUBG Mobile and you have complaints or anything, Ocho reads them. Trust me, he reads them. So this man, give this man some respect, some love. I know we get frustrated sometimes with the game, but at the end of the day, they're listening. They really are. They're listening. They can't fix things right away sometimes, but they're listening.
I have noticed he's been in stream a lot more here recently than he has been in the past.
Is that? Hey, wait a minute. I got to stop you here. Hey, Ocho, is that a fact? Is that a fact?
Let me finish.
Did you just confirm?
With the streams in which I watch.
Okay.
So that's a very important factor.
I just want to know if Ocho is confirming something. Only we know about this. I can't really say for NDA purposes, but there is. He just confirmed. Okay, I got you, amigo. I got you. Yeah. It may be. Look at him trolling me, man. He's trolling me. Okay. All right. Yeah. This is Ocho, guys. Honestly, this man, I'm telling you, this is the real deal. A lot of times we think about, 10 Cent and all that as an entity, but it's real people, and Ocho's real people, man. He's good people, and he's listening all the time. So give this man some love, man, for sure.
Yeah, Ocho, it's always nice being able to catch streams, and you're always welcome here. We're a pretty small group of people, but we always have a good time. So I'm not seeing a whole lot other questions here in
Right
chat,
on.
which does leave us with the huge argument from Lights Out from back before they were absorbed by your organization. Many a fights, and I remember Juicy threatening to choke Rolex over this issue.
Oh, wow.
Yes or no to pineapple on pizza?
Yes.
You hear it.
I love pineapple on pizza. What can I say? If I'm wrong, I want to be wrong. Let's go.
Now, I've only ever had one type of pizza that you do not put pineapple on, and that's a Chicago style deep dish pizza.
I don't get much of that around here, man.
I lived in St. Louis. I used to live in Chicago, and
We
we
just
had
get Domino's, bro. Domino's or
It's
Pizza Hut. That's it.
this thick. You don't put pineapple on that. Straight sausage. That's where it's at.
I mean, hey, I like that too, bro. But hey, man, I ain't ashamed of pineapple on pizza, man. I'll tear it up, bro. What can I say?
Oh, when I was newlywed, me and my wife spent many a night eating the ham and pineapple from the Pizza Hut. So,
Oh, right on, right on.
being from North Carolina, you cannot answer my next question, I assume, which was Whataburger or In-N-Out.
I've been to an In-N-Out. We have a Whataburger here, but it's not from the chain. And it's super good, but it's a local Whataburger, I guess.
Gotcha.
In-N-Out, I wasn't impressed. I wasn't impressed at all.
Which one did you go
But
to?
it was in LA.
I thought you were going to say Vegas.
No, it was in LA, and they told me that I didn't order from the was it like Beast menu or something? I don't know. They told me that I order from the right menu.
Uh,
All I can tell you is I like a good old sloppy burger, man. Around here in North Carolina, we got a couple of places that I go to. I like mustard, ketchup, like chili, onion, slaw. Like I like it all, bro. Put it on a hamburger. I'm good.
just a good old American burger.
It's not good. It's not good, Chris, but they're working on it, amigo. Trust me. But yeah, I like that. I think they call it a Carolina burger at some places. Like you can go to Wendy's and obviously it sucks, but they got a burger occasionally. I think it's seasonal with chili and slaw on it, but it it's not even fair to compare that to some of the down home restaurants, homemade burgers.
All right, last question I've written down. Chick-fil-A or some other piece of shit that they try and pass off for a chicken sandwich.
So are you asking me, do I like Chick-fil-A?
Yes. That's
I mean,
Jesus's chicken. I mean, you can't go wrong with a Chick-fil-A.
it's good, man. I like Chick-fil-A. I don't have no problems with Chick-fil-A, bro. I mean, you know,
I have one problem with Chick-fil-A.
they're not open on Sunday. That you know, that's
Exactly.
yeah. I mean, as far as the good, I mean, it tastes great, man. There's one thing I'm mad about Chick-fil-A, bro, and that's the fact they've done away with slaw, man. When they done away with slaw, it upset me, man. I love that stuff.
All right, let's see. Let me take a quick run through chat and see if there's anything I had missed. But I think as I was
Ocho, come on, give me a question, man. I know you got something, Ocho. Let's hear it. Come on, give me something.
Big Red, if you're still here, you went ahead and threw bits in for a question, even though you've seen my list of questions and asked one that you knew I was going to ask. So, what is your next question?
Uh-oh. We're kind of slow in the chat, bro. He's thinking.
All right, well, we're doing that. Let's go back to the second video of yours. I remember seeing, or sorry, the first video after the 4-year hiatus of watching your videos was your PUBG or Guns of PUBG.
Oh, wait. Ocho asked a question. Hold on. What is it said? Lately, we've been talking about guns in the office. What's your fave that's not 416? In other words, what's my favorite weapon that's not the 416 or the M416? Ocho, you might have missed it earlier. I was saying that my favorite loadout. And if I'm not going to carry an M416, I'm probably going to carry a Scar, just because it's easier to hold the spray on a 5.56 weapon. I don't have any problems with 7.62 weapons. As a matter of fact, if I had my ideal loadout, it'd be an AWM and a Groza. But the thing is, the Scar. I've made tweets about the Scar. I think the Scar gets a lot of haterade to it, man. A lot of people will throw the Scar down and pick up an M416 when the Scar is a great weapon, and you can hold the spray on it just as well. As a matter of fact, if it came down to a naked Scar or a naked M416, I'll take the Scar anytime. Let's see. Hold on. Goon makes such good content and is a good fighter with high ping. Imagine what he'd do with 20 ping. Yeah, well, that's true. That's true, Chris. The thing is about me, and most of you guys know, I play on mobile data 99.9% of the time. As a matter of fact, I'm on stream right now on mobile data. Where I live at in North Carolina, I live what we call out in the sticks. I live rurally in North Carolina, and that is why I don't stream. When I do the streams that I've had done in the past, I had to drive a long way just to go to a place that's a friend of mine's office that had decent internet that I could stream at. And it's a pain. It's a pain. I had to tear down my PC every time, reassemble it, and every time OBS went to shit. And just like with Timbo tonight, he had some OBS issues. OBS never failed to give me a lot of problems. And Spoopy HD and me would spend about an hour plus trying to figure out what's wrong with it. So I play with high ping typically, but not as high as 600 plus. Usually, anywhere from 100 to 180, 200. My ping is all up in there. Yeah, and it does affect me at times.
Let's see. I saw something about a Barrett, so I have to look. Being someone who absolutely loves shooting a Barrett.
I've never shot a Barrett, man. I'll be honest with you, man. I'd love to shoot one, man. But I know it's what is it, like $20 every time you pull the trigger?
That's an exaggeration.
Is it?
If you can get a hold of good surplus ammo, you can be in the $10 to $12 range for just ball ammo.
Oh, that'd be nice, dude.
Now,
I'd squeeze it off for that.
Shoot like an incendiary tracer, you're in the $18 to $30 range, depending on if it's 3-man or just fresh production ammo.
Right. Barrett is too much. 45 to 70. Wow, dude. Ooh.
No, that is a gun.
He's putting some rounds out there, bro. Ocho, you the man, dude. I've never put my hands on it. There's some guys that live around me. I know a couple of them that have bolt action 50s, but I've never fired one. I've tried to. I've talked with them a few times. There's a lot of guys around here that shoot guns and own guns, but like I said, I ain't never been able to hook up with one that has a 50 near me that is willing to let me shoot it.
Yeah, I shot one for the first time in
Oh wow,
8, I believe it was,
and
that was the M82A1, and I shot that one in Kuwait, I believe it was.
Nice.
And that was, talk about a freedom boner. I mean, I'd shoot that thing any day of the week.
Yeah, I think the biggest bore rifle I have personally is a 308, which is basically an M24 in the game. Yep. That's what I have, and I fired it in my video. I think I did miss a couple of guns in that video, that original video I made. I have a lever action 30-30 that I didn't fire, which they call the Win 94, I think. And I don't think I fired my 45 SIG, so which would be just a 45 pistol in the game. So I'm not sure that I fired that. Not sure. guys let me know.
Ocho, before you leave, I have one question that is very important.
Very important. Let's hear it.
Win 94. When are we getting that 2.7 scope?
Oh, yes, bro. I might actually use the win. Come on, Ocho. Let's get some optics on this thing.
And
I don't like the sights on it, man. I really don't. The sights are to me are a little bit difficult with the win. It's powerful,
yes,
but I just don't like the optics.
I still remember right before that guy quit playing, he had
Yeah.
a Win 94 challenge video where he was knocking them at like 150 meters, iron sights, just like it was nothing.
You know, TG is back, man. He hit me up it's probably been about 3 weeks ago.
Oh, awesome.
So I don't know that I'm not saying he's back in PUBG Mobile per se, but he's back around the scene, and he'll be back, man. I think he missed everybody. He might come back.
Good. I miss watching him nade double.
Oh yeah, I was on TG for a while, man. Matter of fact, before I went to Omen, I was with TG when they were doing things, scrims and stuff. I was with his team as a content creator, but I like those guys, man. Good guys.
All right, Sooners, what is your question for me?
I see you, Ocho. I see you, man. Hey, that's a good bush gun, man, but in real life, but man, on the game, there's just too much out there that's better. You got to have a scope on it, bro. Put that scope on it. You look at my stats, man. I might have 2 win 94 kills. I bet you, maybe 2.
Is it worth buying an M4? Well, that depends on what you're going to use it for. You going coyote hunting?
Well, if you're gonna buy that, you're referring to an AR-15, and honestly, right now, they're so cheap, bro. I mean, you can buy one for a little over $300.
Yeah, my pistol, if you will, that I use for deer hunting is a 300 Blackout.
Oh wow!
I love that thing. It's awesome. I want to say I'm an inch and a half at 100 yards with it, and it's a tack driver, and I took my son on his first hunt this year and smacked the 105-pound dressed out doe, 96 yards, and she went about 30 yards before she crashed. So, I mean, they're great guns. It's all about what you build or buy. I would stay away from a Delton, but if you want to spend
Whoa! Time out! Come on, man. Delton's right down the road. What's wrong with a Delton? What's up with that?
They used to make a polymer. I don't know if they still do, but their polymers
they got aluminum based.
Okay,
yeah.
They used to do a polymer lower, and they were cracking after about 12 to 1,500 rounds.
All right. So like somebody's asking me right now. I think Chris is asking me about ranked TDMs. Chris, I'll be honest with you, man. And I know Osho's in here, but I don't really do a whole lot of TDMs. I used to play them before the last update, before they added the sliding in. I don't really like the sliding that much. I don't play them that much. I played them in the team up, and I'm not bad at them. I can play the TDMs just fine. It's just not my bag, dude. I prefer the battle royale. Now payload, I am absolutely hooked on payload. I know not everybody likes it. For me, payload is less sweaty, and if I want an exciting game, I know I can get it in payload.
Yeah.
People tend to not really care about ranks. They'll push you, and that's exactly what I want, especially when I'm going solo. It's like, come on, push me. So, yeah, I don't really do a whole lot of TDMs, man. So my expertise in TDMs is pretty low. Kimbo and Goon in one stream. What a sight. What's up, Penn? How are you, man? Welcome to the stream.
You remember earlier how I said I have 2 go-tos that I absolutely love playing with?
Right.
One was Irwin. Penn's my
right.
number 2.
Oh yeah, I've played with Penn before, man. I've played with Penn.
I just never seem to be able to hook up with them whenever.
He's on a different time zone, right?
Oh, yeah, he's on the other side of the world.
Right. And see, there's times I hook up with him. I'm a shift worker, and so like for me, my hours are all over the place. So like sometimes my hours work better with people in different countries. Sometimes they work better with the U.S. You know, it just depends on the week for me, and that's how I work it out, man. But I play with everybody, man. It doesn't really matter if they can play in NA, we can do it as long as they work with as a team. I actually kind of spelled out my criteria for playing with me in my Q&A, either one or two. I don't remember which one, but I kind of like spelled it out in those videos, like as far as like people wanting to play with me, because one of the things that I found, people a lot of times aren't ready to like really push like a content creator, that they don't play the game the same. And I think there's styles of gameplay in PUBG Mobile. I think you got players that are more or less just campers and just wait it out to that end game and try to get in less confrontations. And then you got players that mix it up a little bit, maybe 50-50. And then you got players like content creators that are going out there and trying to get in every fight and get in everybody's business, chase every drop, chase every shot. If I hear a gunshot and I'm driving around, we're going there. We're going there. So like you got players, and most players aren't ready for that. And so I found early on making content that when I take players out that aren't ready for that, they just die. They die right off the drop, and then they're just a voice in my earmuff, the rest of the game. And so like I've I've just decided, after a while, it come to a point that I just kind of look at people's KDs and I look at their rank, and I try to judge off of that. But it got to where I couldn't even judge off of that, because like there's people with lower KDs, but they hot drop all the time. And they're perfectly capable. So like, I don't know, man. I that's still kind of a thing. But if I know they're comp players, usually that pretty much squashes all that. If they're comp players, usually they're good enough to hot drop with you and hold their own. So it's kind of how it is.
Right.
Yeah, and communication is everything. Communication's everything. And I think Penn just talked about that. Comms and sync are always key, right? And that, now that's another thing. If you're playing with players that aren't used to pushing and being aggressive, I found myself, playing with players that I would say, "Hey guys, I'm pushing. We got 2 knocks." And next thing you know, I'm there. I'm by myself. They're still back there trying to get another knock or something, and then I'm outnumbered. They've got the knocks up. I'm in there pushing. And it's like, where the hell are you guys at? So I don't know, man. It's a different breed of player that I like to play with typically, because I like aggressiveness, and players that can handle. If I get knocked, bro, I want a guy that can save me. And there ain't a lot of guys that can save me, man. Like in the messes that I get in, bro. If I get knocked, I am in a mess. Trust me. Trust me.
Real quick, I want to say thank you to Goat for the Twitch Prime sub. Greatly appreciated, and I'll go ahead and match the sub amount to the charity that we're doing tonight. Let's go ahead and plug that real quick. We haven't talked about
guys.
that in like an hour
Hey,
and a half.
Right, guys. Any donations or whatever tonight, Timbo is going to donate them to the charity of my choice. And I picked the Access of Wilmington. That is the charity that my daughter. They do a lot of stuff. My daughter, she does archery and she plays t-ball and stuff. It's a great organization. It's a local organization, but those guys do a lot of things for special needs people. And as you guys know, my daughter is special needs, so that's the first charity that I thought of because of the awesome work they're doing. So
that's awesome. Hey, how goes it, my man? How we doing? This is one of my buddies from the islands. He always comes in and drops that 120 on the dot.
Oh, nice. Thank you, amigo.
I always butcher his name.
Sooner has a question. He's got a question here. Go ahead, Sooner. Let's hear it.
Got that 5-second delay, I'm sure.
Yeah, yeah, it's all good, man. He said, I think Sooner said he had a 50, bro, but he doesn't have what. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. What do you guys think about the shotguns in game? Timbo, I don't know about you, but for me, I'll grab a shotgun at the beginning, but that's it. Once I get past the beginning and I can get anything else, submachine gun, I'm getting rid of the shotgun. I am not a big fan. I feel like the shotgun is limited. It's limited to close range, and you can get a submachine gun that's going to give you more range and still have effectiveness up close. So typically, I'm moving past the shotgun as soon as I can.
My guy Goat with the 5 gifted subs. Want to say
Holy
thank you.
smokes! Look at this man. That's a goonie right there, bro. That's a goonie right there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. I don't have a huge audience, but the guys that I have, they love and support me, man. And you feel it. You feel it. I look at my comments. These guys, they make my day, bro. They keep me motivated, and these guys are always there. So that's it right there, man. That's some
Let's
love.
get some hands in the chat for Goat.
And Goat is one of my regulars that I play with. Me and him also are kindred spirits because he does the same work that I do, more or less. And so, like, me and him talk on the phone and stuff on a regular. He's also a go-to in the game. I play with him quite a bit.
Awesome. Trying to think where we're at before he hit me with those subs and
Hey, Timbo, I want to thank you, man. I know.
Shotguns.
Oh yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Have
Your
you
turn.
noticed the pump has been nerfed here lately? I've been landing 2 and 3 shots from front door turning to the right on a 2-stack. I'm getting like 2 and 3 shots into somebody's chest before they drop.
Dude, I'm telling you, when I got a shotgun, I'm in your face. It takes them down. I don't use them far away, and when I get something else, I'm getting rid of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a up close and personal weapon, and other than that, I'm getting rid of it. Now, I did play a crossbow shotty game recently, the whole game, and it was because my teammate died at the drop, and I was like, hey, I'll just do stupid weapons. Sorry, but that's what I call them. I'll just do stupid weapons. And I was like, if I die, then we'll redrop. So I did the crossbow and the shotty, and actually got a chicken dinner, bro. I mean, it was crazy. Let me see. I think Penn says he absolutely agrees. Prioritize him or her. Yeah, that's true. He's talking about like playing with a content creator. And I mean, Penn's a great teammate, dude. And you got by picking him as a teammate, you've got a good teammate, man. I've played with Penn. It's been a little while though. Like you said, our times hadn't lined up.
Well, he recently told me he stopped playing global. He's playing Game of Peace now.
Oh, I don't have that, bro. I'm kind of mad because I could create some content with that game, but I'd have to play on a VPN, I think, and my ping would be absolute crap. I mean, like really crap. So I don't know that I could actually be effective in that game.
Now, I agree with you with the shotguns. About as far as I ever take them is from school to apartments. And as soon as I get to apartments, I'll hold them until I know we're leaving apartments. I'll pick up all the ammo I can. I'll drop a hard mark on the AR I want. But when I know we're leaving apartments, I'm swapping that shotty for that AR.
Absolutely.
I just love, like we talked about earlier. I love that up close, in your face. I want to see that blood splatter when I hit you with that double barrel. So
right,
I'm hitting you with both chambers at once, and you're dropping. So
686, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I use that one a lot too. Don't get me wrong though. The pump, I used to hate the pump kind of towards the beginning of PUBG Mobile, but dude, the pump up close and personal. The pump will do it too. So, but the 686 is quicker. Boom, boom, you're done.
Yeah, I used to think I would get as good with the S12 as Sega, and that never even came close. I remember back in Star Challenge, he made me want to play that gun so bad, and I just never was able to make it look half as good as him.
Now I'll say that Bushka and Fates, as creators, I see them carrying the SK12 sometimes. Um, to me, I'm gonna do some of my work from sniper range to medium, so the shotgun has no place there. I would rather be more versatile with an AR and a bolty than an AR and a shotgun. Now if you're playing Sandhawk, obviously there's no need for a bolt action in my opinion. So maybe your second could be a shotgun if you so choose that. I would rather choose a submachine gun like an Uzi, um, Uzi claps.
Yes, sir.
There you go. That would be my go-to over a shotgun.
Let's see. I'm going to do a quick rundown of those criteria you had mentioned earlier to play with you, because I was one of those people who emailed you and asked how I could play with you.
Dude, listen, man. I got tons and tons and tons of contact from people that wanted to play with me, and man, it I can only imagine creators that gets thousands and thousands of views per video. Like I know what their DMs look like. Trust me. But you can't play with everybody. You really
no.
can't. And for me, as like if I was doing stream, I probably wouldn't be as stringent because you're streaming, and if you die, you just go back in the next game. But when you're making videos, man, you got to produce. You've got to produce. And when I play, I expect because I play as a family man, I play every other day typically. So that means I've got to make twice the amount of content in a day playing. So that means I've got to get 2 games minimum that fit my criteria. So I like to produce when I play, and so that's why I'm so stringent about who I play with or all that stuff. It just comes down to producing while you're playing and being productive as a creator.
Almost definitely. But I'll go ahead and I'll read the message from you, because I know people want to know what it takes to play with you. So this is back in December, so I'm sure it hasn't changed too much. You said, this is how we do it. If your KD is solid, your rank is decent, I'll accept it.
Right.
It's the only way I have to judge your ability to consistently hot drop and not die.
Right.
Which obviously you can't be a good teammate if you're dead. So
right.
All we do is hot drop, push the pace. I find a lot of people aren't used to that play style. So go ahead and send me an invite. I'll check you out, and maybe we can roll out some games for sure. So
there you go.
It's real simple. People want to play with the goon, grind, get those kills, get that rank up, and what are we looking for? 5 KD plus, 4 KD, or
look, for me, a lot of times like the 3 is kind of the minimum. And I'll look at the player and how many games he played at a 3. Because I know there's times my KD stays 3 or 4. There's times it goes to 10. It just depends on how sweaty the season is and how sweaty the games are. But I know, like, if you played a lot of games and I look at it, I look at your rank and look at where you're at, and you're hot dropping constantly, that KD is not going to be like up there like double digits. It's going to be lower. Because not everybody that's an adrenaline junkie plays, for that action, and so they're going for it. They're going for it, man, and that's what I do. I go for it. I'm not going to sit back. I'm going to go for it. And so you're going to die sometimes, man. You're going to die with no weapon. You're going to get caught. That's the way it is. Playing by yourself, another thing. Like Goatman does that a lot. He solo squads a lot. So there's going to be times you just get banged up, man, on the drop. You're going to get banged up. You're going to get outnumbered. You're going to die with no kills. And that sucks. And it kills a KD. But if I look at you and you're in Crown and you still got like a 3 or 4 KD, then I'm going to give you a chance because I feel like this guy can handle it. And then once we get going, there you go. I'll know. I'll know in 3 games or less. I'll know.
Definitely. Yeah, I was doing a lot of solo squad hot drops at the beginning of the season, but as you noticed, and through our conversations the last week or so, I got 3 6 and under. So between that and having a wife who, for some reason, thinks it's okay for me to play video games, I try and limit it as much as I can. So it's typically Fortnite mobile with Timbo Jr. on Saturday morning streams, and then if I'm lucky, one day during the week I'll throw in a stream. Other than that, I'm down to barely playing. But I think I'm
Dude, if I
rocking
had
at
if I had the
2.7
ability,
right now.
if I had the ability, man, I'd stream every other night.
Oh,
If I had internet here, I would stream every other night, and I would probably pull content from my stream footage. But I can't.
Penn says that he is forever thankful and honored to have played with the Goon. Those games left a huge impact on me because I found out firsthand how humble and down to earth he is, and also impressed with how technical and organized he approaches the game.
Thank you, amigo. I appreciate it. He's been there, man. I put him through the paces, man. I really did. We didn't slack up. We went for it, and we got some good. Matter of fact, I got some good videos of Penn, man.
Yeah.
We had some good games. Listen, man, there's times I've played with creators that are way up there, man, and we didn't get a video. You know, it happens. There's times that you play with people and things don't happen. You get killed. You know, I might have 8 kills and that's not a video to me, and whether it's a chicken or not. And there's been times I've played with creators and we just didn't get it done. And it sucks, bro, because creators don't have, like, sometimes these creators, you don't get another chance to play with them. So yeah, I mean, me and Penn, though, we made it happen, bro. So I know, like I said, I know you had a good teammate right there.
Yeah, Penn's the reason I actually reached out to you in the first place.
Ah,
I saw his videos in chat. He was talking about how much fun and how awesome of a teammate you are. Whereas, a lot of other guys who stream or create content, it's streamers perks. Give me the gun. You have
oh, no,
level
no, no,
200.
no, no, no,
I'm so and so. Whereas,
no.
Penn made it very plain and clear that you're a team player, and as long as the team's doing what they need to do, the content comes with it.
That's right. That's right. Matter of fact, all right. So, like, for me, for instance, like, if let's say we go to a crate, and most of the time the people know, like, to play with me, they give me the AWM most of the time. They're like, Goon, come over here. Here's your gun. They know I love it. So but let's just say, for instance, we go up to a crate and there's a Groza in it, and I got a suppressor on my M416. I love to run suppressor. I know a lot of people hate it. It doesn't make the gun any better. I just like it. I like being suppressed. Even though it doesn't really matter, it's better to run with a compensator. I know that. Don't leave any comments to that effect. I understand. It's just a preference. But if I know a guy's got a Groza, I know the Groza runs better on a suppressor. So I'll give that teammate a suppressor so that his Groza is going to run optimal. And then I'll, if he doesn't have anything but a flash hider or something to give me back or nothing, I can handle the 5.5 weapon without a compensator. So it's about working together, and Penn's right. It's about working together to achieve that common goal. And that's what I'm trying. And my achievement is to make an entertaining video. That's what I'm trying to do. So when we go out there and listen, I've told people, don't watch my content and think it's going to make you a better comp player. That's not. Comp players probably wouldn't do half the stuff I do because I put myself at risk every time. There's times that I should have backed out, of a situation or reset the fight when I just went in for it. I'm just like, let's get them. Either we're going to die or we're going to get them, and it's going to be entertaining. And so that's
a completely different kind of sled game.
It's a whole different concept, man. It's a whole different concept. And like I said, like I am not a comp player. I played a couple of comp games with my buddy. I won't mention his name. I don't see him in the chat now, but I got bored, man. I ain't gonna lie. I got bored. I feel like that it's not how I play. It's not. Avoiding fights until the end is not how I like to play. So don't get me wrong, I could totally adapt to that scene, but
Mhm.
it's just not that's not me. I could give people like, can I tell people how to be better at the game? Yeah, but the way that I play and it depends on how you want to be better. What do you want to do? Do you want to play comp? Do you want to just be a better player? And that's if just being a better player is what you want, I can help you. But as far as being a comp player, a better comp player, that's not my scene, man.
You've done that. Been there, done that. You know how to tell people how to play it, but
I think Sooners is asking a question. I think we went over that, Sooners, at the beginning. Miramar is my favorite map, and it's because there's no hiding in Miramar. The only thing that you could do in Miramar is berm, like work a berm. And matter of fact, I made a video about that, about using berms, and it was all in one game, and it was a perfect example of how to use berms to turn a deficit into a positive. Like me and Ammo, I think, was in that game, and we were facing squads the whole time. But burn play gave us the advantage, and we eventually got 2 knocks, pushed squads over and over, and we got chicken dinner. So that's how you do it, man. And that video was all about that. And I love Miramar for that. I love Miramar for the fact that it's you can have close quarters play, or you can have sniping with the big bore bolties, and I love those. What can I say?
let's see. Make sure I didn't miss anything else. All right. Let's go ahead and plug those socials for you real quick.
All right.
I do know that we haven't hit those here at all today. I actually don't think, which is not acceptable. So, we all know Cleric. If you don't, you need to follow him right now. YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. Am I correct? Instagram?
Yep, Instagram.
And
Discord?
oh, wow. I forgot Discord. I always forget Discord. I always think of it as comms. And
Well, I mean, Discord is yet another way to reach your community, and I use it. Sometimes there's things that I'll drop in Discord that I don't drop anywhere else, But now I will tell you this: I'm guilty of posting clips like on Instagram as well as Twitter and Facebook. I might use the same clip, but on Discord, it's a different entity. It's more about like I'd say like announcements where you're talking about something. Matter of fact, I went to Discord tonight and made an announcement, about the stream. So, you can use it for that and get in touch with the community a little bit easier than just comments on videos. The same as your socials, though. If they contact you in your tweets or whatever, it's fine. But I think Discord works better for connecting with your community.
yeah, it's a community in and of itself nowadays.
Right.
Like I said, I always forget about it to plug.
But now, personally, as far as Discord is for promotional reasons, it sucks. Discord only has 1.8 of my views on anything. People don't go to Discord to look at videos. They go there for communication and things of that nature, just like you were saying. So if you're thinking as a creator that Discord is where you need to promote yourself, no, don't. That's not where it is.
What was your Instagram? I did not hit that.
I think it's at Cleric Dragoon.
I say
Yeah.
You have the proper branding. I do not.
Well, maybe I kind of screwed it up on Twitch, bro. I lost my original account for Twitch, and I don't stream. So when I go in there, it's just to support other streamers. So I think my Twitch is like Cleric_Dragoon. Yeah, and like I said, I only use it to donate or go say hey to other people in the community. I don't really stream. I hate it, honestly. I wish I could, but I can't.
Yeah, I was unlucky enough to have found that there's one other person who's actually Timbo X Slice on Twitch. So
What is he talking about? Goon, when spooning, are you the big spoon or the little spoon? What are you talking about, Karn? What are you talking about? I mean, come on now.
if you notice,
What?
he didn't answer the question.
No, I didn't answer the question. I am lost. I
That's
am
the
lost
There's
on that
nothing
one.
wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be held.
No. I love the spoon, man, but I don't know what Karn's getting at.
All right. Any other serious questions before we go ahead and hit the clips for calling it a night? I know Goon had a very long day today. What do you have,
Dude,
about 8 hours
dude, I'm
total in the
down.
car?
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down though. I mean, honestly, when it comes out, if these guys got questions, I'm down to stay
Oh,
as long as
most
we have
definitely.
to, man. I mean, but it was a long day, man. It was a long day, but I'm always down, man. My community always there for me and my comments, and I'm there for you guys now. So if you got questions, bust them out, boys. Let's get it.
Yeah, I was definitely glad to see that you made it home safely.
Now I got to answer this. This was legit. Do you want to do the holding or be held? You know what? I'm gonna say it, bro. I prefer to be held over doing the holding. What can I say, man? I'm just like, honey, come over here and hold me. You know what I'm saying? I
Ain't nothing
mean,
wrong with that.
you know, that's it, bro. You got me. 5 hours for work. It ain't gonna be me, Goat, because I'm sleeping in tomorrow, bro. But I gotta go to work tomorrow night, so
I'm with you, Goat. I'll be waking up in about 5 hours myself.
y'all boys, hey, I'm used to that too. I mean, dude, 5 hours, that's a good night's sleep for me when I'm on day
Oh,
shift.
definitely. Well, I got a 1-year-old, a 3-year-old. So,
Yeah,
and
I've
the
been there, but
1-year-old no longer wants mommy. So
oh
every day,
man.
every day at 4 o'clock in the morning, she wakes up and she will scream until daddy comes and gets her.
Oh,
So
oh, that's rough, dude. That's rough.
it's
Whew.
rough, but you know as well as I do, there's nothing that snuggles as
Oh
good
yeah,
as a 1-year-old. So I'm down.
that's true. That's true.
If
I
only
got
it
four
makes
of
it
them,
stay
dude. I
that
know.
way. So
It's it's still it don't make it no easier, but yeah, you're right. You're right. Those hugs, get them while you can, man. They once they get older, they're too fast to hug. They're moving and running. Once they start walking and get going, they're moving.
most definitely, I am going to ask for one selfish favor.
Yeah, man.
While I got you on the stream, Penn's going to go ahead and clip this for me. Little Timbo is a huge fan.
Really?
Yes. So if I can get a shout out to Little Timbo Slice, you will make his
Hey,
day.
hey, little Timbo, much love, man. Thank you for your support, amigo. It's really awesome to hear you like my content. I'm really thankful for that, man. So keep it up. I want to see you in those comments. Definitely leave some comments in there, man, and I'll show you some love.
There we go. You will be the highlight of his stream come Saturday morning. Oh, sorry,
Right
no, he's
on,
got a wrestling tournament Saturday, so we will not be streaming Fortnite on Saturday.
right on, right on.
But
Little Timbo, I hear you, bro. How old is little Timbo? You said 5?
he's 6.
6.
So
Oh, right on, man. Well, I will say this, Tim. You know, due to Kappa, I've been a little bit more risky on my videos, so you might want to censor some of them for little Timbo.
well,
Uh,
his dad is a combat veteran.
okay, all right. Well,
And
I've been a little bit, Kappa for YouTube is kind of wanting us to draw a line between adult content and child's content. So I was like, well, I'll just, because I don't really, honestly, I don't do a whole lot of cursing. I will do some cursing from time to time in game if I get panic mode or something, but not a whole lot. It's not gratuitous. So like in my videos, typically I used to edit most of that out for my
Mhm.
teammates or me. And occasionally now I'll leave it in and I might have a meme or two that has some language in it. And I do that to just kind of differentiate our content from child friendly. just because of Kappa. It's kind of a direction I went. I was like, well, they want us to do it, so let's just make that divide. So that's just kind of how I did it. And there was a lot of memes that I had that I never used because they were, they had language in them. So now I just say, YOLO.
Yeah. Honestly, I probably should limit what he watches a little more than I do. But being his wrestling coach, he hears it come out of my mouth. So
yeah, you told me about that. I didn't know that about you. That's awesome, dude.
yeah, he's a madman. He just started doing BJJ as well. So last tournament, he about got DQ'd for putting a kid in an armbar, which obviously in wrestling is a no go. So,
Right.
but kid content has no comment. Good decision.
Right. He was saying good decision too on that. I don't know, man. Most of the people that do watch my content are adults for the most part. So, you know, it's and a lot of those guys do like the riskier memes. Hopefully,
Mm-hmm.
I do spend. I will say this, guys. The last probably like 5 or 6 videos, I really kind of pushed the limits on my editing. The way that I edit, it takes me a lot longer now for a video to produce. So hopefully you guys are seeing that in the finished product. I hope you guys can. We'll see. We'll see how it goes, and we'll see if the views pick up.
Yeah. Do have some editing questions for you, actually.
Right.
What software do you use?
I use Power Director 16.
Okay. And I know you at least did use the AverMedia.
I do. It's right here. It's right here. This is how I record my iPad now because this is a brand new iPad, dude. I bought this in September, and I've had a lot of trouble with it, man. As far as screen recording, I've had a lot of failures. Like one night that I recorded, I spent 6 hours recording, and I went to go make the video the next day, and everything had no video. It just was sound, and I was like, "What?" So like, I had some games with Memo and some other comp players. I was pissed. Um, so this is how I record all my content right now.
That sucks. Well, having the
It
AverMedia doesn't suck.
It doesn't miss a beat, dude. 128 gig storage capacity. I hit this button, it's in there. It never fails, and that's what I need. I need dependability, and so that's why I went to the AverMedia Live Gamer 2.
Now with the AverMedia, you're just going standard HDMI connector into the iPad, or are you going with the extension cable as well?
No. I just use this this dongle. I don't know if you can see it.
Yep. This one?
Yeah.
Do yourself a favor. $7. The best $7 you'll ever spend.
What you talking about? Extension cable?
Yes.
Oh yeah. I got one.
Them.
I got one, dude. I don't even know where it's at. It's in here somewhere. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I got one.
I see everybody with their electrical tape up, dongles, and
yeah,
complaints about how they've got their 4th paper clip wrapped up on it, and they're having to wait for the next one to come in. And
well, you just gotta have redundancy. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have redundancy. If you have redundancy, Tim, you can keep going.
Yeah.
So that's what I do, man. At work, at my work, we have redundancy, and when I'm doing content.
Now you said you got a brand new iPad. Which one did you go with?
I had an iPad Pro, and my iPad Pro, the screen stop working. And content creators tend to the screens tend to go out after about a year. That's just how it is. And so mine was no exception. And it went out. I just sent it off. And matter of fact, got word back that it's unrepairable. So I won't be getting it back. But I bought this one as a substitute. This is the iPad Air 3.
Okay.
It's okay. I bought this one, because it was the newest. They told me it was the newest. I guess the newest processor or whatever.
Okay.
It had a better processor than
I think it has
than
the A12 on it.
the iPad Pro that I had. Not the newest ones, but the one I had, and the one I had was I think 2017. So like this thing, I bought it for less money. It was like $600 some dollars. It was the one that accepts cellular service, which is what I got to have.
Okay.
But honestly, dude, I dislike this iPad. I've had nothing but problems from day one with this iPad. I would have bought the Pro had I known.
Yeah, I play Wi-Fi, and
Right.
I got the Gen 7. It just came out in October, and I love that thing.
Yeah, if you could do Wi-Fi, they're a lot cheaper, man. Being that I got to do cellular, it's always going to be more.
Oh yeah.
Now, shout out. Oh, I see, man. Pen's already clipped that shout out. The little tempo there. Let's go.
All right. Now, I did notice here in your videos here recently, you've been swinging that peepee around a lot more than a lot of people do. You like the bison, or? Well, let me rephrase that. Yes, he's been swinging his peepee around, but I'm talking about the bison, the PP19, or is it 18?
The bison is deadly. It is deadly. That's all I'll tell you, man. It is a steady. It doesn't have very little recoil, and that's something. If I find a gun that I can spray somebody really good without little recoil, like a DP. DP28 is such a nasty gun. It's a nasty, nasty gun. It doesn't have a high fire rate, but the bullet damage is amazing, and it has little to no recoil. It's almost like cheating.
Yeah.
And the bison is the same. And I love, when I get a chance, all right, so like the bison, like literally, it depends on, like if I see a bison and a Uzi, sometimes I have a dilemma on which one I'm going to pick up, because the Uzi, if it comes down to spraying somebody up close off the hip, God, dude, the Uzi is so nasty. But if it comes to like medium range spray, the bison is super nasty, dude. But like I say, dude, I'm gonna shed both of those if I get two assault rifles. I mean, I'm just not unless it depends. If I'm in Sandhawk, I might keep a submachine gun, but
yeah.
any other map.
I think it's what, the fourth quickest time to kill as the SMGs?
The bison?
Yeah, I think it's
it's not as fast as some, dude.
And then Tommy, but I mean 53 rounds. I mean,
Oh, the Tommy though, dude, with an extended mag, the Tommy is nasty, but I like the irons on the bison right off the bat.
Yeah.
And I tend to find a lot more 9mm for some reason. I don't know, man. I just got I always get 9mm, and so like if you pick it up early game, you're gonna have plenty of ammunition for it. Who's going to bed? Night, Goat. Oh, Goat. All right, man. We'll see you, Goat.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for all the gifted subs. And for
I know, man. That's legit, bro. That's legit.
And definitely makes the day of a small streamer when you see stuff like that. So
Indeed. Listen, man, the community as a whole in PUBG Mobile, I know I see stuff on Twitter, talking about toxicity and the community is toxic, but honestly, dude, the majority of the community is awesome people, dude. At least to what I see. And I'll tell you, I'm the first one. If somebody's just a troll and just out there trying to just see if they could piss people off. That's their objective. I don't have time for that, man. I just block that out of my feed. Get that out. You go troll on Reddit or something. Get out of here. Get out of my feed. And I try to surround myself with the good people, and that's what I see in the community. I do know that it seems like the comp scene breeds a lot of that
Yes.
animosity and hatred. But for the regular scene that I see in Twitter and stuff, man, I see awesome people all the time. I don't really see a whole lot of negativity. I'm usually the last guy to know.
You bring up that negativity in the comp scene, and my next guest, if you tune in, you'll actually see a little something that I put together. It actually addresses that.
Right.
So, which I believe it'll be next week. We'll be doing Mr. Flip. You know, you've known Flip for a long time.
Yeah. Good people, man.
And,
I like Flip.
So,
good guy.
Thing between me and him for the last year and a half has been I always hop into his chat, throw down some bars, and apparently fat white guys can spit a little bit here and there. So I'll be doing a special track just for him. So, and we're releasing that next week. Don't laugh too hard. I'm a guitarist and a drummer, not a singer or a rapper, but you know, when you got somebody like Flip and you got a running gag for a year and a half, you almost have to go with it. So
why not, man? Get that creativity out there, dude.
But go once again, thank you. And yes, you do got to be small before you can get big. And you know, you're always more than welcome here. I do know that speaking of other small streamers, Big Red, he really wanted to be here. He wanted to razz you.
Did he? Razz
yes.
me? What do you mean razz me?
He specifically, I think it was the day that I told him that you would agree to come on. He had found a picture that for some reason he had printed, but it was from his Twitter feed, and it had you as his Twitter daddy.
Oh yeah, yeah, I seen that. Dude. I died on that one, bro. I died.
So he wanted to bring that up tonight. And,
Right.
But Pen rarely drops into big streams. He just can't connect. You know, with the exception of PV and Jukes, I don't really like a lot of the big streamers. I like them. It's always great content, but
man, if you ever dropped into Mortals streams, like unreal. What's up, Ink? Ink Mermaid's here, amigo. How about that? What's up?
I knew she was coming eventually.
Right. There you go. I play with Miss Ink. Good player, good creator. She's also in the VIP. That's something you hadn't talked about too, man. The VIP program is really awesome, dude. I'll tell you what, I was in the program before that with PUBG Mobile, and it was a far cry from that. And they're recognizing the creators in the community and doing some good work out there, man, behind the scenes. And Ink Mermaid just made the VIP program, and she's welcomed with open arms. So, awesome.
Nah, Inked is actually the only reason I still stream.
Ah, awesome, man.
I was ready to just say screw it. I've been streaming for a year to one people. And she told me that I needed to give it at least another month. And in that month, I went from averaging 0.4 streamers or viewers to 2. And then the following month, I hit affiliate. So
nice. You know, one thing I didn't realize, Tim, was when I started streaming, like I said, I only done maybe 5 or 6 streams tops. I was averaging like maybe 40, 47, sometimes, 60. But for the most part, it wasn't enough to do custom rooms, and that's what everybody wanted. So I felt like a failure, man, because I wasn't able to fill out custom rooms. But at the time, I didn't realize that was actually a good start for a stream. I just didn't. I didn't have a clue, man. I'm not a streamer, and I didn't know that that was good. I just thought, man, I'm a failure. Damn. So it was a lot of work too, man. It was really hard for that, for me to drive that long way and tear down my PC and stuff. It was just a pain, dude.
Yeah,
I do wish I could though, honestly. And I've looked at going like with Omelet, and just going straight iPad to Omelet and streaming that way. But your production value goes down, man. I don't know, dude. I'm kind of used to putting out a little bit better production value with my stuff, and it would kind of pain me to do it that way.
understandable. I attempted the omelet way of doing things for a while.
Right.
And it was garbage.
Right.
You're always dropping. I mean, it's a great way to get people into the whole streaming and content creation thing for people who want to give it a shot. But
right.
Anything past that, it's kind of hard to be serious about it.
Hank, you got any questions? Got any questions for me? Me and Tim we're getting to the end of the stream here. You're new to it, so let them rip. Let's go.
Yeah, you missed about 2 hours of hard hitting, deep,
hard hitting questions. Oh my God!
Like we talked about. I mean,
I'm so beat up right now. You guys just tore me alive.
That turned Juicy and Rolex against each other.
Oh my goodness!
Pizza.
Oh man! Oh yeah, that pineapple thing, bro. I'm probably dead on Twitter after this.
I do have a question related to the VIP program. Did you really put Rose into the wall?
No, Rose passed me, bro. Rose passed me and ran slam into the wall, bro. It was like, brutal. dude, and I was like, wow, like, because I'm driving, and like before we done that, I mean, obviously, PUBG Mobile did their due diligence. They asked us all, we familiar with driving go-karts. So I mean, there was, we knew that. Well, these go-karts are pretty fast, and I don't think Rose was used to driving go-karts that fast. And obviously, I mean, we're competitive here. I mean, like Noah Gragson's hat's on the line. Whoever wins gets his hat, right? So she wanted to win, man. I mean, hey, she went for it, bro. But the wall kind of slowed her down.
She went Ricky Bobby style. You ain't first to last.
dude, she hit that wall so hard, bro. And I that was my GoPro. Like literally, I brought my GoPro, and I captured that, dude. Like that was rough. That was serious. We were scared, man. We thought she had hurt herself, and I mean she had some blood, and she drew blood, but I mean all in all, she came out of it okay.
Well, Addicted Gamer, you've already seen my name, whether you realize it or not. It's too late for me to do anything about it. So, use your brain, figure it out. And yeah, like Mermaid said, people don't really want people knowing their names. I'm just an idiot who left it in plain sight. So, and I just now noticed that whenever I saw your comment.
Hey, you got any questions for me? Come on, I know you got one. You got one somewhere. Come on.
Everybody's got one.
Shoot. Let's get it.
Well, I'm sure Mermaid has something to say. She always does.
Now I see her a lot, man, in the streams. And that's probably how I met Ain't more than the socials, was in streams. I mean, I'm random, dude. Doing content, it keeps me doing editing and stuff, and having a family and working full time. Like I'm all over the place. Shift work, I'm all over the place in time. And I just pop into streams like totally random. I'm just like, oh, I've got like 15 minutes right here. Let's go see somebody. And I'll just boom. I'll look up and whoever's on, I'll just go, yeah, you, and I go in, and man, it never fails, man. I see her in the stream every time I go in one.
Oh, she did have a question. I thought it was a rhetorical one.
What? What's the question?
She says, I'm more focused on streaming, and she wants to know if it's honestly worth giving it a go on YouTube. She hates to edit.
If you don't like editing, no, because there's a lot of work in editing. I love editing it. I almost love it as much as actually playing the game and making the content. So, and it takes a lot of time. If you like streaming, honestly, streaming is probably your better platform for growth. I It's crazy to me, but like people won't watch a 10 to 15-minute video, but they'll watch a 4-hour stream. I don't get it, because you could say interaction, but honestly, people that are playing the game can't interact as much with PUBG Mobile. So the interaction is limited, but yet that's what I always hear. So I would say, hands down, just stream. Don't worry about the YouTube part. You can make a YouTube streaming channel. Stream Twitch, stream YouTube. But as far as making videos, if you hate it, let's say this then. If you have enough money to pay an editor, then you could hire an editor to grab stream highlights and make a video for you. But there's a few of them out there. I'm not sure. I mean, I know back in the day it was like $15 a video probably, but now it's probably more than that. But yeah, you could probably get an editor to do something for you. It depends on how much you're making per stream and how much you want to spend per video.
Yeah, I know. The editing of my streams is something that I absolutely hate doing. And like you've seen my editing.
Dude, I don't know, I don't understand that. I have so much fun editing. Like I'm sitting there when I'm putting a video together, like I'm watching it as a viewer, and I'm thinking about, I'm like, what's gonna work here, and then I'll start thinking about it, and then I'll start putting it together, and when I finish it, I'm laughing. I watch it, I'm laughing. I'm like, I love it. I don't know. It's just me.
Yeah, I'm creative, but not in that way. I mean, I'm always stuck in the whole 15 seconds before the action, 15 seconds after the action. Let's just go ahead and cut, throw it together, throw it on YouTube.
Right. I like to tell a story with my videos, man, and that's probably one of my issues, man, with the video being a little bit longer. Like I always push 15 minutes, and it's because I like my video to tell a story from start to finish. Because each time you play with a different person or a different creator, there's a story there. And it's in your conversation, is what you're doing in the action and in between the action. And a lot of that stuff gets cut out, but I'll leave just enough in there to tell a story. And you have to kind of weave it together, And I like that. I like that. I think there was a question in there. Karakarn says, do you have any ink? He's talking about tattoos. I don't, Car. I've thought about it in the past, but nothing's really hit me that I just had to have permanently on my body. So it's not that I'm against them. It's just that I just never found anything that, like, I want that,
I don't know why. I just assumed the answer was going to be yes.
Well, it's probably because I'm a gun nut and a military nut and all that. And most military guys, have plenty of tats.
Now,
but
did you serve at all, or
no?
Okay.
No. I've never been in the military. I was super big on history, man. A lot of war history, a lot of stuff like that. Super big on guns. Own tons of guns, and people just assume I was in the military, but
wasn't sure.
Never was. Got close.
Yeah, great time.
Now, Karn says, how do I feel about podcast? Doing the audio editing. I love them, man. I love, like, this format here. I've been on, matter of fact, Karn had a podcast at one time in Clash, and I think he's actually starting to gear back up for that. And I always love doing that, maybe because being that I don't stream, doing podcasts or vodcast, whatever you want to call this stream. It gives me a chance to actually go, live to some of my viewers, and it gives them a chance to actually ask me real time questions. And that's why I think, for streamers, their audience is waiting for that chance to ask them something, and they don't, it might take them 2 or 3 games to get that question answered, but because you'll see that in a stream. This guy will ask a question, the streamer doesn't see it, they're busy, and then a few minutes later you'll see that same question again until that person gets that response. And I like this type of format, whether it be a podcast or a vodcast, because it's given my audience and your audience a chance to ask real-time questions.
Most definitely.
And I don't mind. I don't mind, dude. I'm an open book for the most part. I mean, I'm not going to give you my bank account number, my social security number, and all that. But I mean, we could talk a lot of stuff, and I'm cool with it. But yeah,
reading stream is my
Right.
biggest downfall when it comes to streaming. I never remember to read chat. So.
it's tough. It's tough. Believe it or not, you mentioned Derpy not too long ago, I believe, right? Didn't you talk about Derpy?
That's my
Dude,
boy right there.
Man, he's quick, bro. He's quick. Reading the chat while he's playing. Like, man, I played. You can ask Derpy. Me and Derpy done like it was some night shifts that me and him done some marathons, like 6-7 hour sessions. Yeah. So Derpy knows. And when he stepped away from the game, I was kind of sad, bro, because like I knew that wasn't going to happen again. And I'm not sure he's back. I'm not really sure.
He is. He is doing cash games right now.
Okay.
Cash customs, 1,000 every Friday. He's calling it Fight Night Friday, I think was what he was calling it.
Oh wow.
Basically, up to $1,000 out of his pocket a Friday night, he's willing to dish out. I think it's if they can fill the lobby to 100 people, it's $100 a game, and then it's graduated down to I think $40 for 40 people.
Right. I was looking at Ink. She's saying she had fun singing to her chat. Sometimes in my videos, you'll hear me sing. Sometimes I cut it out. I like to sing too, Ink. I love music, so
you should do yourself a favor and find some of her Twitch sings streams.
Oh, right on, right on. I have stupid tattoos. That's true. Memory attach. I got you. Penn says he loves editing, but I put in too much effort and get physically and mentally. Well, yeah, you can, but I mean, it depends on if you're trying. Like I found for me, with that part, the strain of it, when I was trying to do daily content, it was a lot. I found myself I was starting to rush videos out that really weren't ready to go. But I knew I had to make that deadline. And I think now that I do every other day, believe it or not, man, that day in between, it's awesome. For me, it gives me time to really think out a video a lot more. And when I put a video, it's so much better, dude. Like, then I have that day, to kind of like get it out. I'm not rushed. So when I put a video out now, it's way better quality than it was at the beginning of PUBG Mobile. When I was cranking out videos, dude, there was no frills at times. It was just like cut. Let's cut it down. Boom, slap it out. Let's get it. And now it's a lot more put into it, a lot more focused, and it takes me several hours to edit. But I don't mind. It's not a chore to me. That's the thing. It's not a chore. Chat focused. Ink says she's very chat focused.
She is.
It's just hard though. I'll say this: the streams that I did do, I had Spooby HD. I don't know if any of you guys know him. The Goonies know him, but Spooby would monitor or filter the chat for me because I found it very difficult. For number one, I was playing with an Elgato HD60, so my sound was lagged. So like I had to be really, really, really looking hard because I wasn't going to hear anybody on time. So like it was really hard for me to focus on chat. without Spooby. And Spooby always would kind of like give me the questions that people were asking in chat and stuff. And let's see here, what do you do? What do I do for stress relief? Stress relief, I just stress some more. That's no, I mean, you know, addicted. And this guy right here, let me just say this about Addicted Gamer. This guy is 100% the first guy that comments on every one of my videos every time. He's always there. This guy is a super goonie right here. And much love, Addicted, for that. Now, as far as stress relief, it just depends. It depends, man. I just got a boat, like I said, this last year. So that's a big stress reliever. Get out on the water, ride the boat, shooting guns from time to time. Maybe an occasional whiskey shot or 2 or 3 or 4, maybe. But you know, that's about it, man. I do put a lot of effort into my work and into the videos, and I hope you guys see that. And that's to me, that's not really stress. It was when it was daily. When it was daily, it was. But now that I've got that extra day, man, it's pleasurable to me.
Mm-hmm.
It is in and of itself kind of a stress relief. Playing the games at times get stressful, and Remix had made mention of keeping me calm. There's been times that we've been in situations that even I got a little excited, and Remix as a comp player would always keep calm, and he would always kind of tell me to take a deep breath, and I'm like, all right, I'm good, let's get it. So yeah, what is this? Can't handle whiskey, so I listen to music. Yeah, that's okay, man. I like music too, bro. I mean, but now
go on.
I was gonna say, but you know, maybe not like I don't like every style of music, but I listen to a lot, man. I'm not a big country buff, but I'm into rap and all kind of stuff, dude. You know, I like classical. I like I don't know, man. I like rock. I like all kinds of stuff, dude. Honestly, and I put sometimes I slide it in my clips and stuff because I don't get banged out too bad on that. But I could tell you this, dude. Anytime you put AC/DC in a clip, that's getting flagged. It don't matter if it's YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. It's getting flagged, bro. That thing's gone. It's out of here.
You can't even get your 30 seconds of fair use out of it.
Bro, I'm just like, come on.
You get a full guitar riff in there.
Dude, I had a clip, this awesome clip with Thunderstruck in it. It was so awesome, bro. And as soon as I posted it, boom, done. It's over. So
now you had mentioned whiskey both before the stream and on the stream.
Right.
What's your go-to? What's your go-to
whiskey? I'm a Crown guy, man. I'm a blended.
Okay. I can appreciate that. Talk about whiskey. I am a little thirsty. Give me 30 seconds.
Oh man. 90s is good. Yeah, a lot of good music in the 90s. Addicted, indeed. I'm a 80s, 90s, and beyond, man. I like it all, man. Really. This mumble rap stuff, I even kind of halfway like some of that. I don't know. To me, as long as the beat's good, I'm down.
Well, with mumble rap, that's all there is a beat.
Right.
But now, you said you're a blended guy. You ever get into any scotches or?
I really haven't. I had a buddy of mine that was into them, but I haven't really tried a whole lot of scotch, man. I just stick with what I know, man. I occasionally try some of the like apple stuff or this, that, and the other, but for the most part, yeah, I just stick to what I know, man. Crown's good, and I know if I go get a fifth of Crown, then I'm gonna be happy. So there you go. And I mean, it'll last me a long time, dude. It's not like I'm not an everyday drinker. It's occasional, but like you said, man, if I'm stressed and I need just to relax, I might take a few shots, man. Just relax, chill. There you go.
Two of my favorite things right here: whiskey and shooting.
Yeah. Oh no, I wouldn't say that mix, but hey, maybe you don't want to do them together. Let me see. Diversity in music is important. I listen to a bit of everything. Yeah. Me too. I like a little bit of it all. I mean, I don't know. My taste in music is pretty diversified for the most part. But and even some country, like the newer stuff it's upbeat, I'll listen to. But I never have liked that old school stuff. It wasn't my thing.
I'm the exact opposite.
See, yeah, and it takes us all, Tim. I mean, honestly, it takes us all.
Musically, I started out doing ska and punk, moved to metal, and then bluegrass.
Oh,
yeah. But whenever it comes to country music, I mean, Merle Haggard.
Yeah, see, no. I can't. No. It's too much for me, man. It's that steel guitar stuff, bro. Like,
the dude was a straight up gangster.
Oh man, dude, my stepfather, you and him y'all could really get into it with some conversations. He loves it too.
Now, have you listened to any Shooter Jennings, Waylon's son?
No.
Do yourself a favor. He's got the whole outlaw country vibe, but like a southern rock feel with it. It's good shit. He actually played his dad in the Walk the Line movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know if you saw that movie or not.
You talking about Joaquin, right?
Yep.
I think I've seen some of it. It's been a while. I liked Johnny Cash though.
Mm-hmm.
I actually liked his. Nah, you talking about Hank Williams Jr. Car?
Hank the Third. He's got a solo, but he's also in a metal band. And
oh wow,
Hank the Third when he's Hank the Third is following the family footsteps, country music, but then his metal band is called Ass Jack. Yeah, Ass Jack, not Jackass, but Ass Jack.
Oh wow,
and they're pretty good. They're a little over the top, but I've seen them twice. So they did Ozfest in I think 12 here in St. Louis.
Hey, Ink, you should have been in here earlier. Ocho was laying some hints about a supposed event. That's all I'm gonna say. Should have been in here. You might better scroll back in the chat. Anyway, so if everybody's got us questioned out, let's get to these clips, man. Let's take a look.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and swap on over.
Yeah, Ocho come in here and rock. It was awesome. He's an awesome dude.
Planes going, yeah. Oh, lift.
Oh, there's a guy right here. Let's get out of the road.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
Yeah.
What is that? What the fuck is that?
And then all of a sudden we start taking some fire from the right, and I heard him. I was like, wait a minute.
He needed to shut up, making all that racket. All right, so my thing is, there's a compound.
Oh, dude, there's a dude.
Okay, copy. Let's get him. Hit him.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
I got him. He's down.
Dude, when I got the A-dub, man.
Ladies and gentlemen,
my favorite, man.
we got him.
If you love bold actions and get that thing.
Got 3?
You don't know
Nice.
I like this. This is cute.
Oh yeah, this was
A few
today.
moments later.
Vehicle?
Yesterday.
Don't fucking run away from me!
He's dead. Headshot.
Nice.
I love
Nice.
nice. Kills.
Why you bullying me?
Got a little language.
You fucking bitch, why you bullying me?
Well, whether you know this or not, that actually fits my.
Oh, this bastard.
Oh, okay. I don't know if y'all hear the sound on it. I don't.
Hello, motherfucker!
Oh,
That's gotta feel bad.
It might do some reverb though. Oh yeah.
I think I'm alright.
Oh, I got a guy. Got a guy.
yeah, no, it is actually.
Oh, I hit him, but oh,
Audio. I had to actually.
I mean, he just ran to me. I was like, what is he doing?
For my phone.
What are you
That's why
doing?
you're not hearing it.
That's okay, dude. No big deal. Now this right here, this clip here.
I mean, he was like
I
running
just used
hard
a few
too, bro.
bots,
Like,
but I started actually saying that.
oh, there's a drop.
I'm fast as fuck, boy.
And that's why I said
Oh, fuck. I can't believe you've done
I found
this.
myself saying memes in the middle of games now.
Well, that's 2 runners. More runners. I hear. They hear us.
This is possibly my favorite number.
Right on. Why is it always me? I'm so confused.
Behind.
The MP.
Yep, I hear.
Dude, we heard
You're
these guys,
insane. One more.
and,
Behind. It sounds like.
I didn't know they were going to be right around that corner. Man.
Above you.
Kinda
He's
freaked
right
me out,
above you.
Honestly.
Yeah,
But
I
that
hear him.
let me know that
I gotta kill him.
MP5K
He's not gonna win.
No, he's behind you. He's 100% behind you. I hear this dude
I
moving.
couldn't revive her because
The only problem is I can't tell.
somebody around me.
You're so good.
I'm coming to you.
Oh my god, I wish I was this OP.
This is too
There's
bad,
another one. There's one more. Are you serious? Can we like?
man. He's mad.
There's one in the building very, very close. Nice.
A few moments later.
Yeah,
Where is this dude?
Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne.
Rooftop.
Wow.
Says, turn the clips down.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I'm flanking.
Okay, well I need to go with you then because that's
Nice.
I hear a guy.
Nice.
Oh, this is the
that-
lag clip.
Is that our car?
Yeah.
No, that was
This
no.
pissed me off. This game pissed me
Why'd
off.
he do that?
I had a super good drop
He just left.
and like
Dipped, left his boys.
and then we pushed the
Nope.
squad and
Jesus.
the other team pushed us. And then
Oh no, he didn't dip.
I ended
No,
up
he
in
didn't.
900.
Careful, careful.
I need to yeah, he's back there.
Where is he?
I'm not sure. I was exposed a little bit. I think he's at 330ish somewhere.
Same source.
I don't know if all of
Can you
our
mark it? I can't see.
I can't. I'm at 900 ping.
Man. You gotta love OBS.
Yeah, my ping's at 968.
Can you hear me now, Ink?
Oh no.
Better?
I can hear it.
Yeah.
You're like going in and out.
There's a guy near. There's a guy near you. Yeah.
Nice. On me. On me. He thirsted me. I could not hear this dude for nothing.
Unfortunately, I
I
can't.
need to get some.
I'm
I
at
really
900.
need to get new earphones.
I'm at 900 ping.
968 ping.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's insane. Man, this guy's gonna
Nothing
kill me.
personal,
I'm gonna be
mate.
around the building.
I'm just
He's gonna
betting.
kill me. That's look. Can't even see me. I'm dead. I turned Goon down too. Clip
You see
volume
him?
is perfect.
Who threw them smokes?
Have them.
I got 2 knocks.
Not me.
Turns both down. Okay.
Oh, I see him. I see him.
Rip
hit
the
him.
dream. Rip the dream.
He's down.
This was with
All
Sinister.
dead. All dead.
Yeah,
Nice.
dead. Very good. Very good. Very good.
All right, can you hear me now? I
Yeah,
love
we
that
need, we
outfit,
need to
by
push
the
these
way.
guys, dude.
Hats off to J Solo Gaming.
Yeah, just chill
thanks
out.
for that,
Where you
man,
at right
helping
now?
me with that new account. I really appreciate it. Jay made a lot of this stuff happen. So, hats off, amigo. Oh yeah, they hear me now. Perfect. Sometimes I feel like Superman, but then I get some humble pie. So you're gonna watch here. I think I'm Superman, right?
I think I might have clicked for that.
Oh really?
Oh, I'm down, goat.
You're fine. And so right here,
You got
I'm
me.
going through, I'm busting
Well, I'm
people
dead,
up, I'm
dude.
happy,
I'm
I'm
dead.
swapping guns. I'm like, I'm gonna just get this last guy, get the squad wipe, baby. No, you're gonna sit down. That's what happens. And then you're gonna die. Did you see the desync on that?
Oh, it was
All of a sudden,
nasty.
yeah, the desync was crazy. But anyway, that kind of stuff happens, and I run into that a lot as a creator, where things happen and it's out of your control, and you just have to suck it up and play the next game. That's the way it is. Oh, is that all your clips? We run through them. Get through them, Tim.
I was expecting 10 minutes to last longer.
Well, look, man, I can't have a chat with me with 10 minutes. That's not enough, bro. I can tell you this. When I contact the guys, Ink knows who our handler is for Viral Nation in the PUBG VIP program, and I'll hit him up and I'm like, hey, can you talk? And he's like, yeah. He's like, but I ain't got much time. And I'm like, I'll try to hurry. Well, they already know. They already know. It's not going to be a 10-minute conversation. It's going to be longer. Trust me.
Well, the original intent was to go ahead and play out to the clip.
Right. Well, look,
So
guys, we're out of questions. You know, Tim's got to go. He's got to go to bed. You know, me, I ain't got to go to bed, but I'm pretty tired. But at the same time, I'll probably edit a video. You know, hey, what's another couple hours? So, anyway, Tim, look, thank you for having me on, man. I enjoyed it.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you for taking the time. Thank you for coming on. You're always welcome.
Anytime you need me, man, you hit me up. You know, if I'm available, I'm always down, amigo.
You know, and anytime you have anything new that pops up, you make any moves or anything, you want to reach out to people and let them know what's going on. You know, you decide to hop into COD Mobile or jump on the Fortnite bandwagon. Hey,
sorry, I almost lost it right there.
I get it. I actually make COD Mobile content only because I can knock out a 30-kill game in 5
Well, you
minutes.
know, the thing, yeah, you're right. The thing about COD Mobile, I played it. It's not that I don't like it. I like COD Mobile, but the thing was that the Goonies didn't like it, and honestly, I preferred PUBG Mobile to it anyway. So, like, if I'm not going to get support from my Goonies, then to me it was like, why would I play this other game if I actually like PUBG Mobile better?
Almost
So that's and don't get me wrong. I mean the COD Mobile, like you said, you can bang out some content in 5 minutes, and you can bang out tons of videos a lot faster. But you know, if the support's not there, and it's a different style of game, it's Respawn. There is Battle Royale, but when I played it, it really sucked. I heard it's a lot better now, but
it's
still horrible. Okay, well, but anyway, it wasn't worth it to me to force the transition on a game that I didn't even like as much as I like PUBG Mobile. So, and then my Goonies would have been like, Goon, we're not down with this. And dude, I'd post one of those videos, and bro, the views like tanked. I was like, oh.
The only thing that I like better about COD Mobile over PUBG, other than the TDM's better, is the auto ADS. There's two shoot buttons. One's just shoot, and the other one's auto ADS. And I love
And
that.
I didn't
feature.
know that. I did not know that. I didn't play it long enough to. Who are you raiding, Timbo? I think Ink wants a raid.
Was planning on raiding Slow Aim.
Slow Aim. Oh God! What a name! I don't know who that is, but that's a whoa.
You would probably like Slow.
That name though, he had me at that name, bro. I might have to watch this guy just to see. I want to see how slow his aim is.
He's good shit. He was the first non-Guppy Club member. Well, no, he is a Guppy Club member. The first non-mermaid regular to sub to my channel.
I think your fella there just hit you up with some bits, bro.
Yep, he hit me up with another 120. Like I said, this boy's always dropping 120 on the dot. So
hey man, that's love, man. That is literally, one of the things that you can let your streamer that you frequent, let them know that you really appreciate their effort is drop them some love, man. Drop them some bits. I go in there all the time. Honestly, in the last few months, I spent pretty much everything Omen paid me on other creators. Just going in there and dropping donos, man. Because it's not that I frequent their streams because I don't have the time, but I just want to share that love, man, and I want to get that dono hype in the stream. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so I do that from time to time.
All right, I'll actually leave it up to chat. We have either Zute, who is the week after next on here, or we can do Slow Aim. So I have a feeling Merms will probably say Slow Aim. But you would probably like Slow. He's a hippie. I want to say he was Vietnam era living. And he says he's slowing, but no. He's got some chops.
This name, man, this name. What does he play? Does he play PUBG Mobile?
Yeah, he's PUBG Mobile. He is the third most watched, hours watched on Twitch for PUBG Mobile.
Really? I might have to check this dude out, man. I don't know who he is.
He's an overnight streamer.
Overnights. So he gets an international audience.
Yeah.
Right. That's not,
You can hit slow.
Slow is cool to hang with. Ah. Well, let's show him some love.
That sounds like a plan to me. He is always
introduce Goon to Slow. Yeah, I got to see this guy. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to use my phone because my stupid computer won't let me log in because I forgot the password. But anyway, we got to see this guy. Oh, you're saying, all right, so leave here. Maybe I could do it with this. Join. Let me see if it'll go.
All right, so everyone who stopped by, Goat, thank you so much for the gifted subs. Thank you for the bits. My man, Kihao, I know I mispronounced that. I don't speak your native language very well. Sorry, your ancestral native language. I'm just a Halle boy from the mainland. So, but we're going to go ahead and send y'all over to Slow. Show them some love. Let them know how the Goonies do. And let them know what us here in the Potato Slicing Network are made of. And I'll see y'all over there. Much love.
We'll see you, Goonies. Hey, are you still here?
Yep, I'm just